Hello, everybody! You made it through the technical difficulties. Welcome. Please let me know if you have any trouble hearing me at all, or if anything is going on where you can't hear the rest of the party. I am Corinne, and I will be your Dracula master today. DM for short, but you can also call me just Dracula if you like. We have a wonderful cast of characters with us here today. I'm going to start right below me and then go around. So, Sweta, can you please introduce yourself and your character?
Zero pressure whatsoever. Hello, I'm Sweta. I don't even know where to start with my introduction. I'll tell you a little bit about who I'm playing, though. I am playing today Shalini Odra, who for Oops All Vampires is a remixed version of the techno. She is 500 plus years old. And instead of using her words, she will be speaking purely in emotes and GIFs and emoji. So very little talking on my end, which makes it easier.
Yeah, you get to be quiet.
Which is super hard, actually.
Yeah, that is hard. I would have trouble. All right, next up, Rune Sale.
Oh, heck. Hello. I'm confusing which accent I'm speaking in. I'm playing, I'm Rune. I do art things on the internet. I am playing the aristocrat, Lord Valentine Oberon, who can be succinctly surmised for words. Basically, he's, if Lestat got a redemption arc, and then turned into Mr. Rogers. So I will be playing everybody's dad, who cannot stop adopting strays for some reason, which is this motley cast of characters. Anyway, yes, pronouns he, him all around, so hello.
All right. Next up, if we're going up the circle, we have Badgerheart.
Yes, hi, I'm Badgerheart. I'm playing Kyle. He's the sentimentalist. And I just have a lot of feelings, and I need to feel those feelings, and you need to let me feel my feelings.
We have to be really careful with Kyle's feelings, everybody.
Yes, absolutely.
Feelings.
Just going through some things.
All right, next up we have Robin. You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
Oops, I muted so I could cough because I'm kind of sick. But hi, it's me. I am also in the TRT podcast, the Roaring Trainers, and I'm here to play with Roll the Roll, and I am
Re-roll,
playing
rebrand
Beatrice.
it.
Oh yeah, re-roll.
It's okay.
I'm super sorry. So yeah, I'm playing Beatrice. I am the Inoculus. I am a child vampire. I look 13, but I am actually like 200.
We love to see it. Vampire kind does not love to see it, though. They're generally not fond of the child vampire for, reasons that make sense. Kind of hard to hide a child vampire. A child is not a child. All right, last but certainly not least, Psyche.
Hello, everyone. My name is Psyche Siren, but today I'm Granny Bones. I'm a Nosferatu. And I don't like how these young vampires act. I'm 5,000 years old, and I'm tired of everything. But mostly, I stream on twitch.tv/Psychic Siren. I'm the stream team leader of the Psychipaths, which the lovely Reroll HQ is on. And also, I will be trying to get everyone to eat your blood stew. It's good for you. It's just hot coagulated blood.
Oh god, I don't know how she gets it to coagulate at that temperature, but anyway.
For your skin.
Mm.
Yeah, check me out. Or don't. I won't blame you. Back to you, Corinne.
This is our lovely cast. We'll be playing Oops All Draculas, which is a game where, as you can tell, everybody is vampires. This particular game, What We Do in the Suburbs, is going to be similar in tone to What We Do in the Shadows, but PG-13, because we're currently raising for the Starlight Children's Foundation. The Starlight Children's Foundation is a wonderful charity that basically provides fun, games, and distraction for seriously ill kids who are in the hospital. For me, that's something that's really close to my heart because when I was 13, I had back surgery, which a 13-year-old you think of as a teenager, kind of, but I was really young, and when I was in the hospital, people brought like a Sega Genesis for me to play, and like brought painting supplies and brought me books, and like I have no idea where those came from. Like it was some foundation. I don't know if Starlight was around then. I'm not sure how long they've been a thing, but somebody like Starlight did that for me, and so being able to help do that for other kids is really important because it's really scary being in the hospital that young. And even younger. So this is a charity that's really close to my heart, so please consider donating. If you do exclamation point TTRPG incentives, you will see the things that you can do to our cast and to me through your donations. Also, everybody who donates today, like during this portion of the stream, so during Oops All Draculas, you are entered into a raffle to win one of 2 copies of Oops All Draculas, the updated PDF. It just finished crowdfunding. So as soon as the updated PDF is done, you will get one if you win. So anybody who donates during, between now and 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Central, I understand time. Between now and 3 p.m. Central, you will be entered in to win that. And then I think the last thing I want to say is we already have a donation. Let me see what it was. I believe it was a boon for the whole party. Yes, a boon from the start. The whole party gets a boon. Thank you so much, Mina. So you're all going to get an extra special something in the beginning. Before we start playing, which we're going to do by building your house, we're going to watch a quick video about Starlight, and then we'll go from there. So please check out this video.
Happy kids heal faster. That's why Starlight Children's Foundation is dedicated to improving the mental well-being of sick kids, regardless of their illness or injury. When a child is hospitalized, they are scared, lonely, and stressed. Being in hospital facing painful treatments takes away from the happiness of childhood. But that's where Starlight comes in. At Starlight, we provide entertainment through our gaming stations, comfort with our specially designed hospital gowns, play with our toy deliveries, and distraction through our virtual reality headsets. Starlight programs are what happiness is made of, the things that make being a kid special. The simple power of a smile. Delivered to over 800 children's hospitals and medical facilities across the country, can make a lifetime of difference for sick kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
And we're back. Thank you so much for watching that video. That gives a little bit more information about Starlight. You can type exclamation point Starlight to get a link to their website to check them out to learn a little bit more. Otherwise, there is exclamation point donate, which, let me actually get that pinned. Nope, not the right one. Come here. Boop. There we go. That's been pinned to the top of the chat. That's how you donate. If you have any questions in chat, please feel free to ask them. The cast will be interacting in chat with you. I won't be, just because I've got so much else on my plate. But I have a minion here who's helping me. If you see Captain Kale's in chat, she's right there. She's my minion. And she will be here if I need to know anything, basically. All right. So now that we know who your characters are, let's build your house together, because your house is a very important part of Oops All Draculas. Let me get some music going for us, and then we can build your house.
In the middle of the street.
We're going to have some mansion night music as we build your house.
That sounds good.
Oh, excellent.
Yes. All right. And also, I would like to thank everybody who has followed so far. Thank you so much for any subs. Really appreciate you guys being here. All right. Now. Each pack has a unique location as their base, so that's your house. Many choose to live or meet in a spooky gothic mansion, while others prefer high-rise apartments or tiny trailers. Some meet outside under the stars, while others prefer to see starlight through a skylight or window. What matters is that the house represents safety. The house is a place the Draculas can truly be themselves, and have created or decorated it to that effect. While when you're playing and you're in your house, you get an extra bonus to your rolls because this is, you're comfortable in your house, you feel at home. You may also grant extra d6s to any guest who rolls inside your house. Basically, your house is your base and is where you feel safe. So I'm going to ask a few questions here, and then just kind of answer as we go along, okay? What type of protection does the house have, such as wards, animals, alarms, defenses, brambles, etc.?
We do have a golden retriever. Her name is Mopsy.
All right, we have a guard dog.
I think, as it is technically our house, all of our house, security system definitely modern, updated. Granny Bones, I think you're more adapted to the magical side of things than I am, perhaps.
Yes.
Also-
the rose bushes aren't really roses. Bit of delight towards the stupid HOA.
I think that Shalini is actually the person who recommended the security system, though, being that she's the tech adept. So I just bought what she told me to.
Okay, so we have a guard dog, an alarm system, bramble bushes that aren't or the rose bushes that aren't rose bushes.
Yes.
I probably helped Granny because more interesting plants is better.
Yes.
Yes, you helped me with all the workings of the local Home Depot. Home whatever.
Home
section
Depot.
Of plants. Home Depot. There's a T in it. Why
It's
is
French.
it Depot? Oh,
It's
that's
French. They're just always inserting letters where they don't belong.
Yes, brambles. Yes.
From
From Home Depot.
I do want to say we've had a couple more donations as well. We had a whole party boon.
Ooh.
And then a whole party bane. So there's going to
Yay!
be
Rude.
something good and then
I'm
something bad.
Angry. I'm just disappointed.
What if they just cancel each other out and nothing happens to us?
Oh, but that's no
How about
fun.
that?
That's no
Well, we
fun.
have different
See, that's
definitions
such-
of fun. Wait.
Not interesting at all.
So there's going to be a whole party boon and a whole party bane. We'll get into that once we build your house.
This is so uncomfortable.
Oh, actually, whole party bane.
Oh.
I'm going to do that first. I think your house has termites.
No.
Oh no.
If that's okay. They are bugs, I know.
Could we have something else? Maybe water damage in the basement?
Water damage? Okay.
This is where we get to choose.
Yes.
Either 1,000 moths or a secret person in the attic.
Oh, I love the idea of the person in the attic. Please, no more.
Me too.
Okay.
The credit goes to.
I knit.
All right.
I can't
So
remember.
there is the bane is that there is a secret person in your attic that even you don't know is there.
Thanks for webcomics that I read a very long time ago.
Oh.
Check please. But yes, it's either, well, you don't like cockroaches, so I want to respect that.
Yeah.
The original prompt is 1,000 cockroaches or a person in the attic, so I remixed it to 1,000 person or 1,000 moths.
1,000 people in our attic.
Beatrice has been keeping them.
But we still have that boon, which will be saved. And then we also had another donation that did not have any specific request with it. So if that was you, please let us know. It was under Dan John. So if you did want something in specific, let us know. All right.
So who lives in the attic with this secret person?
Yeah, is anybody else living in the attic and they really just don't know they're there?
I think Kyle either lives in the attic or the basement.
Are you the secret person?
Oh my god, you have two rooms.
I don't think I'm the secret person.
I think you all know Kyle's there. Wait, maybe
Am I the secret person?
maybe nobody knows whether you live in the attic or the basement, Kyle, because they keep hearing somebody in the attic and thinking it's you.
Yep.
Yes, I love a mystery.
See, the thing is that like you just go into these moods.
Maybe he spends a lot of time in the attic doing his art.
Yes, it has good light.
It has that one window that has the perfect,
Mm-hmm.
you know, emotional light to it.
I'm sure I have no idea what you're talking about, but if it makes you happy.
All right, so
More
we
power
have
to you.
the defense of the house. We have the boon. Apparently, Mina lives in the attic. Why are children afraid of the house?
Oh, I don't know. That's not my purview.
they're afraid of me.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Because
Have you been
okay,
getting
so
along with your friends?
Beatrice may be 13 in visual, but she's actually like 213. And she doesn't wear normal kid clothes. She wears period clothes from the time when she was alive.
Oh no.
Do
So
kids in the neighborhood think you're a ghost?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Neighborhood think I'm a
Victorian doll. Are
ghost.
you one of those like?
She's
Sorry,
very
go ahead.
pale, and she looks like she's wearing period clothes, and she carries around like this stuffed animal that she's had from the time that she was alive. It's worn its ears off, it doesn't have a nose, it's missing an eye, and it just looks like a nappy, little stuffed creature. And she kind of just looks like a porcelain doll.
Yeah, do you look like one of those haunted Victorian dolls? Beatrice?
Yes, absolutely.
Please let me just
Beautiful.
mend the ears. It'll take me 5 minutes,
I
really.
can sew them. I have many scraps of things.
Who in the house does Beatrice hang out with the most?
Honestly, probably Kyle, because he
Like-
acts younger, so
Right.
she feels. Stop.
They're both
dog is trying
stuck
to get out.
closer in age than anybody else.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Did we go around and like do the quick number count, like actual age?
I did not. I forgot. Kyle is stuck at 17, but he's actually closer to like 1400-ish. It's a mystery. Nobody really knows except for Kyle
1400.
and father.
Father.
I am 1,651, but nobody's counting.
And what's your human age? What do you appear to be?
About 35.
Okay. What about you, Sweeta?
I look like I am 20 something, like very early, like freshly 20 something. And I am actually 500 and I think like 80, so like 50 years before the European expansion into South Asia.
Okay. And then Granny Bones.
Granny Bones is 5,000 years old.
And she is done with everything.
That's a mood.
She
Is
looks
it
like
what the
an-
kids say? It's a mood.
Yes, a mood, I suppose. Emotions exist.
But she looks
Doesn't
like
it?
she's in her 80s, but her wrinkles have been like ironed away. It's very bizarre.
That's
She's
scary.
like an 80-year-old, but like just it's not right. Ooh.
A smooth 80-year-old.
Granny, what big attitude you have.
Yes, we'll talk about it at the Home Depot. Come with me.
Oh god. Oh
I'll
god.
teach you how to hunt. Fast
God.
food is all the rage now.
Oh god. No.
She's
No.
also like 4 feet tall.
Right.
She totters along, but she can be very deceptively fast. And you're just like, that's terrifying. All right.
All right. So, what creepy thing is living inside the house besides all of you weirdos?
Oh, shit. Oh.
Why won't it leave, and why do you like it there? So this would not be the person in the attic you don't know, because this is a creepy thing you do know.
What if we have actual ghosts?
You could have actual ghosts. Do you want ghosts?
Opinionated ghosts.
Opinionated
I mean,
ghosts?
How do
What if
people
it's
feel
Are
about
those the
that?
best kind of ghosts anyway?
Go ahead, Kyle.
A ghost of somebody that used to be in our family.
Oh, that's actually a good one.
Ooh, so like a vampire ghost.
Yeah.
Granny's partner.
Is it Grampy?
Oh.
Ethel, are you here, sweetheart? She was so fierce on the battlefield.
All right, so this is a vampire ghost. This is the ghost of whoever Granny was in a relationship with. Granny,
It's
what?
Ethel.
Ethel?
It's Ethel.
Okay, Ethel.
That's her human name.
Okay, Ethel.
Okay.
Okay, and describe Ethel as a ghost for me.
Just a dark shadow in the corners that materializes sometimes as a very tall woman with glowing eyes. And he'll just give a little wave and then disappear back into the shadow.
That's terrifying. I absolutely hate that.
Does she just materialize to give opinions? And then disappear?
Alchemy Fox in the chat said a ghost that is super concerned about the electric and water.
Oh, we can have multiples. We can have multiples.
And the
Absolutely.
thermostat.
So we have Ethel, and then we have the oh, what's the word I'm looking for? Utilities ghost.
Oh my god, what if it's my husband?
Like
He's
water.
always
What are we
complaining
eating the neighborhood?
about the door being open, the heater being on, the water bill.
All right, what's your husband's name then? If he's the utilities ghost.
What was my husband's name? You know, I can't remember for the life of me.
Was
I
it
just don't want,
Reginald?
I just don't want to talk about. No, I have a friend named Reg, and I can't do it. Huge dad energy. Yeah. No. He had some sort of very heck. Do you know, I can't remember. It's been so long.
So nobody knows what his name is. You all call him utilities ghost, except for Lord Oberon, who I'm sure has some pet name or something.
Well, he was Lord Oberon as well.
Oh, so you're both Lord Oberon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So should we just call him Utilities Dad?
He's dad.
Ghost Dad. There's a movie about that.
Hello,
I'm
Ghost
afraid
Daddy.
to ask. I'm glad somebody else said it. I was trying very hard not to say that. Thank you.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about him. I don't know why he won't leave. Just turn the heat down to 70 at night, and we'll be fine.
That's why he won't leave. 'Cause people keep touching the thermostat.
Right? Yeah.
He can't rest because it doesn't stay where he puts it.
All right. So those are the ghosts in your house. We can always come up with more later. What is broken inside the house? What needs fixing?
That's where we get to make the existential joke that
Mirrors.
technically all of us.
No, it's all of us. We're all broke. Yes, exactly.
Well,
I'm perfectly fine.
Besides that, of course you are.
Yes, of course.
The grandfather clock.
Okay.
Yes.
The grandfather clock is broken.
Yep. We have
Is
leaky
it-
windows upstairs.
Is it stuck at a specific time?
666. No, I'm kidding.
Is it stuck at a specific time? I'm not sure what time it would be stuck at, but I like to think that it's stuck
11:34.
on a time and then it just periodically chimes.
Okay.
11:34
Without
is
prompting.
what I heard.
Okay, so it's
11:34,
stuck
yeah.
at 11:34, but it chimes randomly.
Yes.
All right.
What kind of chimes? Like
Ooh.
fun, bright chimes, or
No.
like dark, dank
No.
chimes?
Bong.
Yes, creepy, ominous
Yes, of course.
bong.
And it can be heard from the outside. When
Yes.
it chimes, it is loud enough to be heard everywhere.
A suggestion from chat is that the thermostat's broken, which is why it's always the electricity bill's always so high, which is why my husband won't leave me alone.
The thermostat is broken.
Yeah. It keeps moving the temperature to whatever dad's like, which is usually freezing.
All right. Okay, so now this is a big one. How does the house annoy the neighbors, and in particular, the HOA?
Flamingos.
All right, you have your flamingos.
Of course.
And the flamingos get engaged in the action shots. They're never the same. So, like,
Oh,
one
yes.
day they're recreating a battle from the French Revolution. The
Mm-hmm.
next day they're like, I don't know, it's like a flamingo pyramid, like the human pyramid, but flamingos.
Or
Yes.
a flamingo, I can't say that on the stream. They also change colors randomly, I think. And I think I spend a lot of time rearranging them because my family, I do love them, but they are occasionally trying. Also, they don't like my Zen garden full of skulls.
Okay, so
I
Just
like that
that our
one.
house is entirely black. All the blinds and drapes are also
yes.
black.
Except for the doormat.
entirely black house. What color is the
pink.
doormat? Hot pink.
Hot pink like the
pink.
flamingos.
We found it at Target.
And then
It was
Chad?
very nice.
chat also recommended that the rose bushes are an annoyance, probably because
Oh, yes.
they appear overgrown when really
Yes.
they're a security measure.
Yes, exactly. And
I
they
will
have black
just-
flowers, yes?
Yes, of course.
Kyle?
Kyle will just randomly hang like different LGBTQ flags in different windows of the house, because we all know how much HOAs hate those flags.
That. Oh yes, they hate that.
Absolutely.
No,
It's never the same flag. It's never the same window.
They're dumb.
I will absolutely defend your right to hang your flags. I think it's important to be active as advocates in the community, even if the rest of the human race hasn't gotten on board yet.
I would also like to add that every Halloween we have a traditional flash mob where we get like our friends or like our contacts or people that we know, or like Charlie is a Twitch streamer, so she will get people to show up to the neighborhood at like Halloween, like the stroke of midnight on Halloween in the morning, and then the stroke of midnight at the very end of the day to just, like come and bother everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
I want you to know, whenever this happens, Granny's gonna run around and be like, "The mob is back! They're here for us!"
I do just want to note, I forgot to mention this earlier. Currently, we with all the new donations we got, we've passed some some things. We've done some things. So I just want to say we've currently raised $353.33.
Whoa!
Yes, so we started at $230, so we've raised over $120 just in this stream alone so far. Thank you, everybody.
You're the best, thank you.
Which means you have also unlocked our milestone, which is that somebody in the reroll admin is going to have to play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy on stream. I don't know if you're familiar with this game.
My God, I love that game.
Yeah, so far the winner is Bevan. Well, Bevan will have to play, but that may change. We did a vote in the Discord. But yeah, so in the future you're going to see Bevan probably playing this very irritating game on stream. And it's bound to be fun. So thank you so much for unlocking that. All right, let's get back to your house.
So what if we decorate for Halloween like normal people do for Christmas?
Oh yes,
and then
absolutely.
we have a techno who can like
light shows.
The
music and the lights that people do during Christmas, but it's all like Marilyn Manson or something. Whatever Kyle and Beatrice are listening to.
One year it's Linkin Park. 1 year it's Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Oh man, the like 20-foot skeletons.
Yep.
Yes, the Home
absolutely.
Depot skeletons.
Yes.
But they never come down.
But they never come down. Are they part of? They're the the Flamingo Army.
So those are all year round.
Mm-hmm.
My mother actually has skeletons that she keeps out all year round in this little hut in front of her house.
Wonderful.
She decorates them for each holiday. But they stay at this little table with like little empty glasses.
I think I love your mother. Just saying.
Amazing.
In a platonic, wholesome way.
All right.
We also decorate for like international holidays too.
Oh, nice.
Oh, of course, yeah, because we're very multicultural here.
Yeah.
All right. So, very last question about your house. What is your favorite part of the house and why?
My room.
I enjoy working my giant stew pot in the kitchen. All
the stew pot.
manner of powders and liquids.
Granny, do you do that thing where you take a little bit of like the very end and you just like the stew and you carry it over to the next stew and the next stew? And the next
Perpetual stew. It never ends. It's good for you, the vitamins and minerals and the humors.
So
This
unsanitary.
is the dirty hot dog water.
It'll
stew.
keep you alive.
Oh, no.
Okay, enough. If you throw in a human hot dog or two, you also get a lot of blood stew in there. I don't know what they have in hot dogs, but oh, it works.
So sorry.
Get ready, kids. This is gonna be great.
So gross. And Beatrice, what do you love upon the house?
Okay. I'll go. I was going to make a joke about it being the family room because that's where we're all together.
Aw.
But it's actually the attic.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right. And Beatrice, what do you think your favorite part of the house is?
So, you know how Victorian houses always have that round room, like that round spot in like a corner that goes all the way up? It's almost like a tower.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, what
I
it is.
like to think that she's created like a reading nook.
Aw,
It's
that's
full of her
nice.
favorite stuffed animals, and it's kind of like pastel goth in there.
Oh,
It's
I
got
love
like
it.
fluffy pillows and like a little shag rug, and that's where she can sit in the window and just look ominously outside.
Is it facing the front? Is it facing the street?
Of course.
Beautiful.
And that's why all the children think the house is haunted. And I mean, it is haunted, but
Do
Beatrice
we
is
live
not
on
the
a
ghost.
corner?
Yeah, we'll say we live on a corner.
I'm gonna change my answer then, because these were way more creative than what I said. I'm gonna say it's the greenhouse. in the back.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, I
The
love
greenhouse
a good
in the back where we
greenhouse.
have like interesting plants that may or may not be used as future security measures.
Your deadly
Oh, no.
plant greenhouse.
Yes, the deadly plant greenhouse that sits on top of my secret alchemy layer or alchemy lab.
Ooh, I love it.
Where's
I love
your
it.
Twitch stream setup? Is it also in the greenhouse?
Yes, you know what? I'll put it underneath the greenhouse. I'll put it in the
Excellent.
greenhouse. One half of it is my Twitch setup, and the other half is like my secret genetic experiments.
I'm so proud of you.
Trying to be supportive. I think my favorite part about the house is that everybody has what they need. It's my house. It was originally.
That's so nice.
Aw, Dad.
I mean, somebody ought to be happy in this world. If it's not me, it might as well be all of you.
Pops, you could just get a second dad, and then you'd be fine.
We've had this discussion. We're not having it again. Oh my god, I just channeled my own dad.
You could have multiple, a vast assortment of consorts. Don't limit yourself.
I think Granny just told you to get a hair. Are we allowed to say that on stream? I don't even know.
Gathering of very handsome men.
Yeah. There's
Jealous.
phone apps for that these days, I saw. But if you click it, sometimes your phone will stop working, and then I have to go get it fixed.
What have you been showing Granny?
This is why I made these gestures of like it was not me. I think it was Beatrice.
All right, so I do want to ask, now that we've made your house, each of you should have a bond with one or more than one of the other vampires. Some of you have already talked about this, but if you want to share those with the group, and then anybody who doesn't have bonds, now is the time to kind of settle those amongst each other.
I'm your dad! Boogie woogie woogie! That's my bond with all of you, so...
Yeah, and your dad wants you to succeed and do well and be happy.
Exactly, yeah, I just want what's best for you.
Yeah, so whenever you're doing things that are good for you, Dad, that's going to give you an extra D6 to roll.
Aw, okay. I kind of like that, actually.
I do too. That's so wholesome.
Yeah, if your dad's
Sorry.
around and you're doing something good for you, you get the dad bond D6.
Or good for other
What's the
people.
definition of good for you?
Things that make you happy. That is a very subjective thing. Because I want all of you to be happy and safe and not have to worry about the day-to-day things or about income or where your healthcare comes from or where your next meal comes from. I always have blood bags on hand. I know it's not everybody's favorite, but money affords me things and I use it to take care of you all.
So yeah, in the moment, we can always decide, is this the thing that having your dad here supporting you will give you that extra D6 or not, depending on, the situation. All right, next up, Granny, what are your bonds to the other vampires? Either one or many?
That Twitch Strummer? What do you call yourself? What do you do? Charlene, come here, girl. What do you do?
I pull up like Google Translate and I have it say it for me. It says it in like that robotic voice of Twitch stream.
Twitch streamer, yes. We go on visits to the Home Depot and the Target. I don't know what these people call it. We went to a Starbucks once. Didn't like it, but the people there, clean blood.
Oh my! They're college students. No.
Listen, some of them are rude. Okay, some of those kids. Oh, I'm doing a favor.
We ate the rude ones.
I'm so
We ate the rude
tired.
ones.
You should have seen how they treated the barista.
I'm so
I don't
tired.
like it. Also, I'm trying to teach the little one to scare the children more. She's got a good job, though. She's a fast learner.
Oh my god.
Got a good
Granny.
job.
So anytime Granny is with Beatrice and Beatrice is attempting to scare someone, you're going to get an extra D6 for Granny's support and bond and
Heck
her
yeah.
wanting you to
You
be
got this.
scarier.
You scare those people if they're rude to you.
And then I
my
feel that perhaps, Shalini, you're helping Granny, like, get out in the world a little bit. You're helping her exist in the modern world. So if you two are ever together and interacting with people, you're going to get an extra D6, Granny, to help you be less weird.
Now, Pixie, I don't know if you mean my character or like me as a person, but I'll take it either way.
Oh god.
You post this written like both of us aren't weird. Like, who is it helping to be less weird?
This is amazing.
I feel
Nope.
like at
They both
least...
think they're helping each other.
Yeah, you both think you're helping each other. Really? Okay, so Technovamp, it really only works with, like, Gen Z, so you're great at making Granny seem cool and, like, fine with Gen Z. Everybody else is not really gonna work, but, like, you know, if it's Gen Z or below, they're like, you know what? I got it.
I did a TikTok dance.
Yeah.
Only would like to disclose that I'm a millennial and don't know any of the things that we're really talking about.
That's gonna make it even better, though.
I'm just imagining, like, you know those string of vines where, like, the really young influencer does, like, weird shit with their grandparents?
Yes.
To try to make
Yes.
them look cool, like,
Yep.
Grandma, do
Introducing my
shots of me,
grandma.
like,
Yeah.
okay, and then she takes a shot, and she's just like, ugh.
We have like a lot of reaction videos.
We have to do it. We have to do it. We have to.
You fellow kids.
Next to this.
Oh, fellow kids.
Yeah. All right. So, we did... I'm losing track of the people we've done bonds for. We did Dad, we did Granny. Beatrice, do you have any additional bonds you would like to discuss?
Other than, I think I have a special bond with Granny because we both share a hunger.
Yes.
And a special place in our heart for the brutality of that hunger.
Good child, good.
So if you two are hunting together, you will both get an extra D6 because you encourage the viciousness in each other.
Yes.
All right, Kyle, bonds.
My bond question was, who among your fellow Draculas appreciates fragile things with you? And I remember Sweeta mentioning something about how Shalini appreciates the... I forget how you mentioned it, but I guess the creativity of humans and how special they can be sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I think we share that bond there.
All right, so I'd say that if you two are together and you are engaging in artistry, which is something that you do specifically as a sentimentalist, Kyle, or if you're just doing something that involves art or creativity, you can get an extra D6 by being with Shalini. And then last up, Technovamp.
Yeah, I think Shalini mentioned, we did this in character creation. I think Granny mentioned doing like morning exercises.
Yes,
And
your stretches.
she would do that. So yeah, adding on to the bond with Granny and the bond with Kyle. I think Shalini also just has a very soft spot for Beatrice of like in the shadows, even though Beatrice is older than her and is trying to scare people. So she like does her best to support any pranks that Beatrice does on the local kids.
Good job.
But fully is like in the shadows, so she has a reputation to preserve as a streamer. So she supports Beatrice wherever she can.
All right, so if you two are together and if Shalini would like to support, just let me know, like whatever you're trying to do, and it'll be an extra d6 there. All right, so we have your bonds. You all have the support of your dad. And if you're ever with your dad, you're getting that d6. And for Lord Oberon, I feel that each of these individuals, since they are staying in your house, and since you are their dad or grandson for Granny, yeah.
Too soft. We'll get you out there fighting.
I would say that you will get a d6 anytime you're trying to do something that is to protect the family. Anything where you're trying to do things that will help them, or that you view is good for the family as a whole.
I'll do my best.
All right. So that means we're ready to get into it, everybody. We've made your house. You've made your bonds. You've made your Draculas. And it is time for Oops, All Draculas.
Oh, God.
Ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
Music.
Give me one moment
Is
here.
that the beginning of Missy Elliott's We Run This?
Not intentionally, but maybe.
Oh, boy. Mood.
Had to find my Tiltify. What did I do with it? There it is. All right. So the one thing that we already had our whole party bane, which was the random stranger in your attic that you don't know is there, but you do get a boon from the start. So I'm going to say that your very first boon here, unless chat has a specific suggestion, is that thus far, although you have been feuding with the HOA, the rest of the neighborhood have kind of accepted you. Like, you're the weirdo house on the corner. So you have the sway of saying, the neighborhood doesn't care, even if, like, they think you're weird and they're, like, the kids are afraid of you, but, like, you've become the quirky part of the neighborhood, I suppose is the way to say. You're the quirky house in the neighborhood, and you can say that, whereas, you know, the HOA is actively out to get you. The rest of the neighborhood has kind of just accepted that you're there. So you have the acceptance of the general neighborhood as a whole, which is a fantastic boon to start with because you don't necessarily have to worry about the neighborhood siding with the HOA unless you do anything drastic. Now, I would like to tell you a little bit about the HOA once my camera decided to stop blurring me out for no reason. Come on.
My arch nemesis.
There we go. All right. So let's talk about the HOA. Let's talk about them. And for anybody who isn't aware, an HOA is a homeowners association. Generally speaking, they are a group of people who are tasked with keeping a neighborhood, like making sure everybody in a neighborhood is following the rules. Sometimes those rules are completely normal, rational things, like, you know, making sure your lawn isn't like a foot long. Other times it's really silly, just kind of stuff that it's people going on a power trip, like your house must be painted one of these 3 colors, otherwise it messes with the neighborhood aesthetic, you know? Like, there's varying levels of HOA. So, you know, there's a normal one that's like, please mow your lawn and not have grass this high. And other ones where it's like, if your door is pink, you owe us $500, you know? Things like that. So, this HOA is more on the latter half of that spectrum. And it is run by Hortense Hattie Allery, head of the HOA. She has a blonde bob, and she tends to use too much self-tanner. She likes to wear magnificent hats, hence the nickname Hattie. Usually, who you actually interact with, though, is Midge. Midge is kind of her gopher, as you will, you know, her messenger. You know, don't shoot the messenger. She's a sweet Midwestern mom, empty nester with mousy brown hair streaked with gray. She's generally the one that you deal with when Hattie is mad at you or requesting you pay your fines or anything like that. Midge will show up at your door. And now, I think that this morning is one of those mornings where Midge shows up at your door.
Ugh.
You're all probably sleeping in your coffins, or various ways of hiding from light that you sleep. I won't necessarily say you're in a coffin, because you might choose other things. And it is around, let's say, 10 a.m. You hear a knock on the door. Who goes to answer it, if anybody? Don't die.
You don't want me answering.
No, I'm afraid I answered. Go ahead.
I can if you don't get to it in time, Pops.
No, I tend to answer the door because Kyle's upstairs brooding. Beatrice terrifies everyone. Grandmother, respectfully. And you're down in your lab streaming, aren't you?
It's in the morning, yes? Am I streaming in the morning?
You strike me as a day owl.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, fair enough. I'm not there. Go for it.
I will answer the door, oh god.
You hear the knock again?
Yes, just a moment. Dump, all the way down the stairs. Check the ring camera.
You see Midge in the camera, waving.
Right.
Just awkward.
Yeah.
Open the door. Half an inch. I leave the security chain on. Hello, Miss Midge. How may I help you?
Oh, hey. So you understand, I'm here on official HOA business. I just wanted to get that out there, keep things genial. So the HOA has some concerns about your recent lawn display.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're going to be having some individuals come through to see about buying a new house. The one right down in the corner that's for sale. And this display that you have right now, we were wondering if you could just take it down. It might scare off the potential buyers.
I'll take that under advisement. Is there anything else you needed?
Well, since I have ya, can you get the door chain? Might be a little bit easier if I can see, all ya.
I'm just staring at her.
Okay then. Well, I'm just gonna slide this through the door, and she's gonna slide a little envelope through the door. Do you open it now, or you wait till later?
Nope. I put it in my pocket.
Okay, just make sure you get back to me or Hattie with that information by tomorrow at the latest, okay?
What time tomorrow?
Oh, by end of day, please. End of business day, of course. So, 5 p.m., 6 p.m.
5 p.m.
Yes, please. That's when the office closes.
Right, okay. I'll have to discuss whatever this is with the family. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, how's the family doing?
Oh, they're all fine.
Kyle, isn't it? The one with the long hair?
Yes, that's Kyle.
Oh, I saw him getting along real great with that girl down the street. It seems like might have a little romance blossoming there.
The teenagers, ma'am, and respect.
Oh,
me,
yeah, no.
Friends.
I mean, suburb gossip. Nothing serious. They're just kids.
Kindly keep my family's name out of your mouth. It's none of your business.
Oh, I am.
Do you have anything else for me, ma'am?
No, that's it, sir. I'm just gonna go. Okay. Yeah, remember to turn that in by 5 p.m. tomorrow. Okay, bye now.
It is Lord Oberon. Whatever. Goodbye. Like, I don't slam the door. I'm too refined for that. But I am going to send out a group text to the family. Got message from HOA, everybody in the den right now. Sorry. Also with a note that says, sorry, Shalini, family business, apologies. Give you 15 minutes to wrap up. Very dad. With a smiley emoji because, of course.
I send a string of emoji of the eyes rolling up, the knife, and then a skull, and then the number 5.
Okay, you get a sparkle react.
All right, so you've all been requested to join for a family discussion about whatever the HOA has given you a note about. And where do you meet? Do you have like a
the den.
the den?
Like
Okay.
a dual level, the houses that have like the
Yeah. Okay, so
and then a basement under that, because of course we do.
Of course. All right, so you make your way into the den, Lord Oberon, and you await your family. Who shows up first?
I show up first. Early mornings are important.
All right, Granny. Do you take a seat or do you stand in the corner? What do you do?
Oh, if I sit down, I won't get back up for a while. I'll just stand in a corner with my tea.
Good morning, grandmother.
Good morning. What's all this about?
Oh, Miss
HOA.
Midge stopped by. Yes, I'm waiting for Shalini and...
Midge.
Have you seen Beatrice today?
No, I haven't seen the child. Is Midge the minion of the lady?
Yes.
Oh.
She is, sorry. Where's Kyle? Did either of you reply, children?
I don't think Beatrice replied. I think she stood in the window, like, out of the ray of sunlight, but in the window to where, like, she could see, and watched Midge leave. All the way until she couldn't see her anymore, and then came downstairs.
Wonderful, Kyle. Do I have to call you upstairs?
No. Kyle steps out from a shadow. He was there the whole time.
So proud.
Kyle.
Shadow work. Oh.
How many? Never mind. Just never mind. It's not important. It's fine. Very good shadow work. Yes, excellent.
Yes, he's
Phoebe!
getting better.
Phoebe!
I'm right here.
Oh, shit.
So proud of this family.
Wow. I am getting soft. All this suburban living. Shalini is going to join us shortly.
Yeah, Shalini shows up precisely 5 minutes later, as promised, with her little cat minion. I have a little fat cat here. Yes,
Little
and so
cat
tucked
minion.
under her arm, fully has the cat under one arm and is fully it knows in phone. Like a teenager, but it's just shows up precisely at the 5 minute mark.
I appreciate this. Where is Mopsy?
Mopsy was at the door when you answered Midge. Mopsy does kind of whenever the door gets open, Mopsy is there, kind of ready. But after that, Mopsy followed you into the den.
Okay, good girl. Right, everyone. I have a letter from the HOA.
Oh.
What does it say?
We, the individuals of the HOA, formally request, upon a group decision, that your house has been chosen to run the neighborhood block party.
What?
Failure to run the block party to exceptional status and improve the status of the neighborhood will result in heavy fines and/or other penalties. The neighborhood block party is set to be 1 week from today. Please respond with your yes tomorrow by 5 p.m.
Why do they have parties for blocks? Blocks of what? Where do we get these? Rocks? Bricks? Hair? Blocks of what?
Lord Oberon is going to very quietly get up, set the letter on the coffee table, pat Mopsy on the head, walk over to the window, say a few very, 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 very foul words under his breath, turn around, come back, sit down. What do we want to do about this, everyone?
I can paint all the windows different colors.
That's a start.
Gosh, I really don't like people.
No. I mean, they have their uses, but...
I could also put up a bunch of my paintings for everyone to look at.
Well,
Wait.
the happy ones, yes.
Why will there be people here? Will they be made into blocks? Oh wait, I like this. Wait.
I don't think
Ooh.
the paintings need to necessarily be happy. Art is an expression of emotion. As long as they're emotive, I'm sure people will relate to them in some way. We could create an art exhibit in the garden.
Kyle just straight up gives a look of, Father, you know none of my paintings are happy.
Yeah, that is exactly what is going through Valentine's head right now. He's just staring in the middle distance like, heck, darn, gosh, golly, suffering succotash, dang.
Shalini sends a string of emoji that is like people walking, and then art, and then several wine glasses, an X, and a blood drop, and then the wine glass again.
Huh. BB or Kyle or, well, actually, could one of you translate this? I think that Shalini is suggesting a
Yeah, she wants to bleed him dry.
It's just like the hieroglyphics. You can read it. It's fine.
What the intent of that is like a walking gallery. She adds multiple strings of emotes of cheese, of like a wine cheese walking art
A
exhibit.
wine tasting.
or like an art wine thing.
So I do want to say we did just get a donation from Dante. Thank you so much, Dante.
Thank you, Dante.
Dante picked a player or DM boon. Dante, did you have a preference for what player or Dracula Master got this boon? We'll keep an eye out in the chat for that. Just let us know. Thank you, Dante. All right, so you're planning to do. Okay, so it's up to everybody else. Okay, so we have a boon on the table that we will kind of just leave there for now. And if one of you feels you need it, or if the party thinks you need it, just voice it and we can work it in. So
You could roll a d6.
we could if we want to assign it. Do you want to do that? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to roll a d6. We'll roll well, never mind. I can't say the name of those dice on this stream.
Now I have to know.
I'll show you.
Type it in the chat.
This is what it looks like.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Those are
You might notice that it looks like Captain America's shield.
So
So think about what that might be named.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Yeah.
Is it one of these?
It is one of those. All right, so a 2. So we're gonna say I was 1, and then going down from the cameras, we'll say Shalini. You get a boon. So
Thank you.
we'll see what that is. When an appropriate opportunity comes up, you'll have a little extra bonus. Yes, Kyle, that is correct. They're one of my favorite sets. All right. Okay, so you are going to do a walking tour of your garden with paintings, like a little art exhibit, and wine. Is that correct?
Oh, the
I think it's
garden's
great.
a bit dangerous. We may have
Yes.
to work out some things.
Yes, your garden does have dangerous plants, so that, I think, is amazing and will provide an awesome complication to this plan.
I think
What?
if we just put up signs that warn people not to touch them, it's up to their own discretion, and it's their fault if they do.
I mean,
I
if we
can't-
just put up a sign that says "Don't get eaten" and they get eaten, it's not our problem.
How
Please
about
do
just
not
toxic?
touch the plants.
Right, toxic don't touch, maybe.
Please do not feed the plants. Is a text
That's
message
good.
that Shalini.
Okay, we could just.
Now,
I could put put the plants to sleep.
Frick.
Now, I
Sorry.
do want to ask, are you planning to have this during the day or at night?
Well, they're going to want it during the day because of humans.
What if we did it in the evening? So
Dusk.
it was still light out, and we
Saturdays off
could
work, yes.
put up lanterns outside.
Golden
we do
hour.
have a certain family member who loves to decorate with lights.
Oh, hello. That's actually brilliant. And Kyle, we can exhibit your paintings and oh, I knew
Make
you would
the
all have an
signs.
answer, of course.
I imagine when Beatrice mentions the lights, she would look over at our tech and like.
This is why I looked over my shoulder of like, are you talking about me?
WizKid, do you think you could cook up something tasteful?
The minute you say that, you start to get like a bunch of dings from your phone. What is the vampire equivalent of Amazon?
Amazon.
Amazon, but with a V, it's Vamazon.
Oh, I just took psychic damage.
It's Vamazon, and the
Vampazon?
only reason it's different is because instead of things being delivered by drone, they're delivered by little bats.
We live way in the middle of
At
nowhere.
night.
At night.
Bat drones. So
Yeah.
the minute you say that, Pops, you instantly get a bunch of notifications from Vampazon. You get an email of a confirmation of like DJ and then some price quotes of different food things for humans. And I don't know how accurate this would be. Shalini is 500 years old. She's, I guess, modern. But, like, just one of the food orders is just a little off. Like, you can tell someone didn't quite know what humans eat in that particular one. She's been spending too much time with Granny.
Nope, we're not serving that. I think a good charcuterie board would do.
In place of whatever monstrosity that was.
Oh, he's eating them. Hold on.
Granny,
Let me
Granny.
feed that. Yes, it's good
Granny.
for them.
It is very good for them, but I just don't think, modern sensibilities are going to appreciate your fine cooking.
Modern sensibilities.
I know.
Fools.
I know. They are fools, but, trends. It's just trends.
So I have to. Is that Jello? Like, what?
It
really
has
is your
bones in it.
Oh my god.
No,
No
I'm
lie,
just
it's bones too. Kids,
I'm just
bones are in
imagining
Jello. Still
one of
isn't.
those like super
true.
cursed gelatin mold dishes where it's
The
got all
strawberry
kinds of
Jell-O.
weird things in it, and it's like a bunt cake shape.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, it's one of those
Like
70s jelly
blood
jello
gelatin?
mold. Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
Psyche,
absolutely.
you're gonna
Got
be the only
peeled
one-
grapes for eyeballs.
You're gonna be the only one who
Excellent
remembers this,
version.
but the bone ball, the
Yeah,
gelatin
yeah.
encased bones.
Corinne, I want you to know that one of my purest joys in life is when you're my DM and I make you cover your face.
Oh, we do that too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Purest thing in life.
I'm glad I can bring you that joy with just my sheer, oh my god.
Like, what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to fire off a few orders of what Shalini asked for, and let's see here, a couple of charcuterie boards, and he's typing at the speed of a man who is never online. So it's like, tap.
You see
Tap.
Shalini fully just
Tap.
being like,
Two fingers, or is it
so
Tap.
mad.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know, there's a little witch in there called Siri, and she can do things for you. I was told about her. She's in your device. You don't have to type. It's frustrating. Talk to her.
You know what?
Build a contract with her by
Here.
yourself.
Here, Shalini, here, just order what you need.
Talk to the witch.
I take it. I also I have 100% pranked Pops so that Siri. I don't know if Siri does it. I definitely know that for like Android Assistant, you can do this. But like, I think Siri might have it of like, you can change the voice.
Okay.
Fully have given like the Siri with like the British accent.
Type.
I thought you were gonna say like a Transylvanian accent.
That'd be hilarious.
Yes.
I've done that once, and Pops looked at me with the eyes, and I was like, "Oh, I'm being."
No, he did. What he did was this.
Yeah, fully like I'm not upset. I'm just disappointed, and I fully reverted it to British.
Absolutely, yes. No, actually, he is an Apple user. He likes his technology to work the first time he asks it to, and he doesn't like to tinkle. I love making you do a spit take about the Apple device. Thank you very much. I am trolling you.
We don't got time for that particular set of feelings.
I am trolling you because I know exactly what Apple technology does sometimes. My whole house is automated because I'm absent-minded. Actually, our house is automated as well, but I think you set it up. So it actually works because when Pops tries to do it, well, tech just breaks around him randomly. He gets weird phantom issues with his phone. Anyway, here, Shalini, just do the ordering, and I will go. So, are we all in agreement? Actually, that's a good point. Are we all in agreement that we'll play along with this silly thing that the humans are trying to make us do? We all good? Everybody all right with that?
I think it would be a good time to scare them.
You know, for
subtly,
Bibi,
of course.
I have 2 rules. Make it interesting. Yes.
I can do that.
Granny, Bibi, yes. Make it interesting. No killing anyone. You can scare them to death, but not quite. Do you have an understanding?
What's the fun in that?
Scare them half to death.
Because when people die, they go missing, and it's paperwork. Yeah, and we know how much you love paperwork, Granny.
Shalini is going to send a string of texts of like, oh god, what even are those emotes? It would be like person, air, no, and then a hospital.
Exactly. So don't actually kill or harm anyone, but you can scare them all you like. What day is it? Are we in October? Please tell me we're in October.
You know what? Yes, I will say that is because we just recently got another donation from Shiny Esper, who didn't pick anything in particular. But Shiny, if you do want something in particular, please let us know. But I'm gonna say that for that, the party gets a little baby boon that it is October. So that's perhaps why the HOA chose you for this block party.
Oh, that actually makes sense. Join us for a spooky extravaganza of art and wine and music. Oh, it's so delightful. I just remember this party I had in the 1800s, and it was very much like this. I danced. It was lovely. Anyway,
sends the gif of like press X to doubt about Pops dancing.
You know, I was cool once.
So being doubted. Oh, look at that! Ah. I like these GIF moving hieroglyphics. They're beautiful. Yes, and mocking.
GIF is now officially short for moving hieroglyphics.
Hieroglyphics. Oh, wow.
That hurt. That physically
It's
injured.
for moving hieroglyphics. That's what it is.
They're easy to read. I don't know why you don't understand them.
Kyle sends an X, and it's the first text he sent in like months to the group chat, and it's just to doubt.
Looks like I'm going to have to
doubts you.
press F to pay respects to my dignity as it exists no longer.
Okay, that was actually a pretty good reference, though.
I am occasionally down with the kids, okay? I do know what is trendy these days.
We only have one
I
kid
also know
here.
what is
What's
trendy.
What was that, Beatrice?
Oh, I just also know what is trendy. I have to pay attention so that I can be more sophisticated than a certain someone in the town.
Certain someone?
Yes.
Your emote sends an ice emote, sends a band-aid.
Kyle, just so you know, and you should know this, Miss Midge said she saw you being quote-unquote friendly with one of the girls down the street. Are we talking like eating them friendly, or did you actually make a friend?
Oh no, I would never.
Which one?
You know that I don't eat people.
Okay, that's fair.
If it was Sarah Jensen, we have to talk.
What's wrong with Sarah?
Well, the head of the HOA's daughter, we have to be...
Oh.
We have to throw a better party than she could throw, for sure.
Oh, that's
and I have
easy.
to have a much better dress than she has.
I can make sure that happens.
But if you were making friends with Sarah, we have to talk.
If you woo her, we can form an alliance.
No!
Does
Not
the age
Sarah.
difference alone is inappropriate, but...
Marriage is convenience. It's how the world works.
No, we don't do that anymore, Kyle.
What?
It's
We don't
not
get
Sarah.
married for convenience?
I don't... Okay, I just... Be careful, that's all. You know how humans are. I just want you to be safe. I'm not trying to say you can't be friends with people, even if it is Sarah Jensen, which we will thoroughly outclass. But just, you know, they're delicate little things, humans, and well, you know, they break easily.
That
So.
they are.
But I do know that you have an appreciation for the fragile. So, right, I will go.
hate to interrupt this moment.
Who's that? I'm hearing voices again.
You're all
God, is that you?
You're all pirates for 5 minutes.
Oh boy.
Why are we pirates for 5 minutes?
Because a certain
What's
somebody
wrong with
donated
pirates?
$5 for silly voices, so you're now pirates for 5 minutes, and you can see there's someone right here.
1 second.
Right then, I suppose we're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. So, Kyle, who's the girl you're seeing?
I won't be telling ye.
I figured so, but after that, I feel like I have. You know
Leave
what?
me alone, or I'm going to my room.
You know you're always in your room. Why don't you try getting outside for a bit?
This is so hard in my throat. Oh my god.
Also, we got
and-
a hydrate or dihydrate, so everybody drink some
Oh,
water.
thank you very much. Well, as long as you're being safe, I don't see problems with it. But make sure Mrs. Mid doesn't see you, because she's a gossipy beeswax. That one.
I don't know if we're gonna get taken out if I actually do it, but Shalini would 100% pull up that old song of like, do what you want, because a pirate is free.
You are a pirate. You're har fiddledy.
What be a vampire's favorite flavor?
Oh
Vampires.
god.
What?
The patriarchy.
Well, and if you check out Beatrice here,
Oh my god. I'm so proud of you. Holy heck.
It's a great
Oh
hat.
god.
I do not have any appropriate clothing to be a pirate. I'm just dead.
Yeah, I don't have anything right now.
Right then, I suppose I'm off to the HOA to tell them we'll accept their proposition. Miss Lady, if you don't mind it, getting on those lights. Beatrice, go pick yourself out the best dress you've ever seen, and never mind the price. Granny, you're being awesome. Also, entertainment. Bet that's your bag. Come up with some really good, scary things for them, eh? Kyle,
Yarr.
I want you to make the best art you've ever made.
I order extra art supplies for Kyle.
Make sure it's the good stuff. Don't get him that Rollers are crap. Can I say crap?
Yes, you can.
I get him like the favor. What's your medium of choice, Kyle?
Prismacolors. Mm-hmm. Oh, do you like oil paints?
Yeah, they're
Of course,
the best
you're an
thing
oil
you
painter.
can use to capture
Uh-huh.
the feeling
I'd
and
order
the
you-
emotion.
Then I order you fresh canvases, not stretched because I assume you like to stretch them yourself. Freight. But canvases and fresh paint.
You're gonna see Granny totter off to the kitchen and get like tonics and stuff to make the plants grow and decorate the house. She just has like the biggest grin on her face, and it's concerning.
Listen, what we're going to do also is we're going to remove the flamingos just for the HOA, but we're going to do something better.
Pirate
Why would that
flamingos.
be?
Well, real ghosts for one, if I can convince them.
Oh, Ethel might really want to kill people. I'll talk to her.
And how about a hedge mage?
Ooh, yes, I can do that. Oh.
Are we still pirates?
No, you're good now.
Yeah, no, we're not.
Alright, so a hedge maze,
You do look good in the hat.
an art
Rocking
gallery. I will make sure that my Zen garden is skull free. And make it lovely. We'll have fairy lights. We'll just do this Victorian style, and it'll be lovely, and they will never know what hit them.
You can keep the skulls. It's October.
Oh, right. Halloween. Humans do that. All Souls and all of that. So maybe we keep the skulls, but lose the flamingos. They're a little bit gauche. I just like them. I think they're cheerful.
Well, we could make the flamingos black and white and line the walkway with them so that people know to stay off of your grass.
Thank you
quickly
so much.
Googled
That's
to
so
see-
considerate.
I quickly Googled to see if there are Halloween flamingos.
There are.
Oh, there are.
You
I
would
just-
know.
I just want you to know that my brother had an actual extended fight with his HOA via email about pink flamingos, and he won. So this is if Lord Valentine's struggle is inspired by my brother's personal struggle with the HOA and the flamingos. So
The
thank
chat
you.
says skeletal flamingos, and it's really funny because every time Halloween comes around,
Yes.
places like Michael's has like the skeleton animals, even
Like a
skeletons
skeleton
for
spider.
Yeah.
they don't have skeletons, but they do have skeleton flamingos.
I think we should also change the doormat. All right, I'm going to read the terms of this frickin' agreement.
All right. So,
So,
the exact terms state that you will, you are required. Ooh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on.
bless you.
Nope, it's
It burns!
it's gone. Okay. The exact rules state that you are required to host the local block party. That given that it is the month of October, you are allowed to be reasonably spooky. Reasonably is underlined. It's noted that you must provide food and beverage, and that it can go no later than 10:30 p.m. sharp,
Of course.
because that's when the neighborhood has quiet time.
I will also, since I have a... Can I use music as manipulation?
Yeah, I'd say you could.
Good, because I love music.
I can help you with that because I have a power called Beats.
Excellent. So I get music, I have to order some wines, some non-alcoholic wines, some grape juice for the children. We pretend it's blood because people are into that. I'm being totally catty about this, by the way. I'm going to throw the best goddamn party, excuse my language, gosh darn party anyone has ever seen. It will be elegant and refined and gorgeous, and we'll have Kyle's beautiful art and Beatrice looking beautiful and Granny's unnerving ability to terrify anybody who comes within 15 feet of her, and Shalini's amazing light display and decorations, and it'll be fine. Everything is going to be fine. I'm signing this thing. Hold it up. I'm going to deliver it myself.
All
If
right.
they're going to send someone to me, I certainly will come back to them with their own letter.
All right. So you're going to go deliver it to the HOA office.
Yes.
Are you...
Myself.
Oh, okay. You're gonna go yourself. Are you? It is currently day, so are you going to like bring an umbrella or something, or wear a raincoat?
How stubborn am I feeling today? I am very vain. I do like my skin looking perfect, but I'm also very
String of
hungry.
salt shaker emojis. Right
Oh
in your
yes.
text.
Oh yes. Yeah, he's mumbling under his breath right now, like folding this thing into a very complicated little origami shape. It is the prettiest crane you've ever seen, but good lord, that's petty.
It's filled with spite.
And glitter.
Oh!
Yes, I have actually asked Kyle for some glitter if he has some. Or Beatrice, actually BB, if you have any like glittery eyeshadow or something that I can use to fill it with the letter with glitter. BB. Robin. I think you're muted.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, there we go.
Your mic said no, so I have no idea what you said. I'm sorry.
Oh, I just said yes.
Excellent. Is it pink or is it what color is it?
I think like maybe it's pink, but it's a like almost white. Like very
Yes, a
light.
pink. Yeah, okay. Excellent. Yes, I would like to borrow some to put into this letter.
Okay.
Excellent.
Dog scared the bejesus out of me. Okay.
That was hilarious.
Bork.
You jumped. What's? Oh, was there a Bork?
Yeah, there was a
Bork.
big Bork right behind me.
Bork.
Put my wax seal on it. And does anybody want to go with me to go frighten the HOA into never doing this again? All right, Whiz Kid, BB, Max, grandmother.
Yes, to terrify is fun.
Excellent. Anybody else? It is very bright outside today, I'm afraid, so you may burn a bit.
Oh, no.
Okay, fair.
I'm good.
So is everybody gonna go to deliver this letter to the HOA?
Sure.
Kind of tempting.
We as a family, we go together.
All right, and is anybody bringing like umbrellas or parasols or?
Oh yes.
Everybody else gets one except for me because I'm a stubborn boy.
I am just an existence of shawls.
Just so many shawls.
Nothing shawls.
Now we march proudly ahead of us with my head held high and my skin sizzling.
Kyle's just wearing like a giant hoodie.
I love it.
All right, so oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say Shalini's gonna like have programmed a drone to like have extra like shades and stuff, so it looks like a bat, like
Yes.
hovering over Pops so that he
Aww.
doesn't get super singed.
Yeah.
But she's like in like got like the big fashion hat and like has and
actually
is
really
risking
sweet.
it with like occasional patches of skin, not fully covered, but like, you know, sort of visible.
All right. So you're all mostly protected then now that Dad has the drone.
Thank you. That's really sweet, actually.
So I'm imagining Lord Oberon in front, and then the rest of you kind of like in a triangle formation behind, kind of like how geese travel.
The worst. It is a beautiful day, and we are horrible geese.
So we have Oberon, and then who are the two here? Like the next up.
I think Beatrice would follow close behind with her. Her parasol is very like ruffly
Yeah.
around the edges, to match her dresses.
Okay.
Adorable.
So then we have Beatrice, and then
Kyle could stand next to Beatrice.
okay. So Beatrice and Kyle, and then the back do we have Granny and Shalini?
And Mopsy.
Oh, and Mopsy. Mopsy's coming too.
Of course.
Oh, and I
Mopsy comes
have
everywhere.
my cat with me. I have Diddley with me as well,
Okay.
fully under my arm. I will stand behind Kyle.
Okay. All right.
So here's a frickin' Addams family walking
Yes.
down to the HOA.
So I
Hi.
think as we leave,
Mhm.
my minion is a human.
Oh.
Yes. And I've given him a name also. It is Joseph Blackthorn.
Uh-huh.
So I imagine a very sophisticated butler-looking man, who stands in as my father when I go out during the day, so my father doesn't have to follow me.
I'm a little young, yeah.
But yes, but also because it would be a little weird for a 13-year-old to walk into a store and buy a bunch of, random things that typically adults go in and buy. Like
Yeah.
kids go in and buy toys,
Yeah.
So he sort of accompanies to keep up the appearance of child. So I think we could leave him behind to guard the house and to just deter any people who come to knock on the door and things like that.
All right. So you said his name was Joseph Blackthorn?
Yes.
All right, so Joseph is happy to stay behind. He does, since he's used to playing your dad out in public, he does like a little like crouch down to like, look you eye to eye. And he's like, now be careful out there. The world is a scary place and I'm not going to be there to protect you.
You've got me.
You'll be okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, if you're sure.
I am.
Oh, and here, take this with you. And he gives you a little tiny, like, blood candy that's like,
Aw.
just like a little candy that you can suck on. But made of blood.
Blood.
Yeah, blood
That
candy.
is disgusting, thank you.
You're welcome.
Do people think me and Joseph are dating?
We did float that, yes.
Yeah, that seems HOA gossipy.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, that's definitely the HOA
Okay.
gossip.
The flags don't help.
Yeah.
No, they don't, but they need to be there because it's heck with people who don't think they belong there. Off we go.
Off you go.
Bork!
Bork!
That's Mopsy.
Yeah,
That's Mopsy.
Mopsy, in-game. In-game dog sound effects. Mopsy's really getting at it. All right, let me change the music since we're leaving the house. Give me one moment. You enter the suburbs.
Of course we do. Thanks, I hate it here.
Around you is a picturesque suburb. Your house stands out like a sore thumb, or perhaps a gothic thumb. One painted black with little bats on it, and cute pink flamingos. It is the neighborhood that you would see in a movie like Pleasantville before things go wrong, or like just very same house, white picket fences, very... This isn't the neighborhood that your house started in. This area was gentrified after you moved in. They built the same by same houses, and you refused to move. You never moved. You never sold. And so now you are the last standing house of the original area.
Mm-hmm.
You see some of your neighbors as you walk by, mowing the lawn, perhaps gardening, things of that nature, just very normal activities. As you walk by, some do stare a little bit. They're mostly used to you being here, but you're not usually out all together in public in a gaggle, as it were. So it is a little bit, there's a few stares. Do you do anything in particular?
Hello. Good to see you today. Your lawn is beautiful, Susan.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Make sure to bring in those bins, though.
I will. I promise. And you can tell that this person is a little unsettled by you, Granny. They feel like if they don't bring in their bins, you're gonna murder them.
Yes. Recycle too, Susan.
Anybody who stares too long at Beatrice or any of the other family gets the most condescending dad look. The why are you staring at my family look. that dads are capable of giving from time to time.
The few people who catch this look, they immediately go back to what they were doing.
Of course they
mowing
do.
the lawn, getting the mail. They understand. That you're not an individual to be trifled with. Kyle, you do see Penny. She is outside of her house, and she is currently reading in a spot of sunshine.
Kyle does not want to let on that this is who he's been associating with, and so he'll just kind of like pull the hood even further, look down, and just keep walking.
Oh my god, is he doing the teenager thing where they see their crush and then immediately vanish into their hoodie?
Yeah.
Good thing you're behind me.
You're in front of me, and I know what love looks like.
I was very
Baby's no
gently,
snitch.
I imagine 2,000 years, like, you know all the
5,000.
telltale signs.
5,000 years
Yeah.
for Granny.
gently
Yeah.
pat Kyle on the side.
5,000 and not being a snitch, though.
Granny ain't no snitch.
I
No.
love it so much.
Granny
I
knows
support
that
this.
snitches get stitches.
Mhm.
Yeah, did you originate that phrase?
I did. It was my stitches.
She sews, after all.
Stitches.
Thankfully, your dad is oblivious and will not tease you gently about your crush.
Well, Granny will talk to you later, so get ready.
I gently
Her
pat
nipples.
Kyle, like I risk burning my fingertips a little bit to just gently pat him on the back twice and then keep doing what I'm doing.
With the broom.
Yeah.
You get the
There,
drone to
there.
pat him.
No, nothing.
I don't notice. You guys are behind me, so.
So you continue on, and the HOA office is situated kind of like in a just one of the buildings that was converted. It is oddly large and imposing, kind of like this building and your house are the only ones that really like have much presence in this space. In the very front window, you can look through and you see Midge minding the desk. You see a closed door where you assume Hattie might be. And before you enter the building, I think it's time for us to take a break. I would like to remind everybody that every donation enters you in a raffle to win one of 2 copies of Oops All Draculas, the updated version as soon as it's done. So we will do a raffle at the end to pick winners for that. Any donation, no matter what the cost, gets you into that. And also, everybody who donates during this entire campaign, we have some physical giveaways at the very end of the month. One of which, if you type !sponsors, you will see that one of our sponsors is Moonlight, or Moonforge and Brightleaf, who have an Etsy that make comic book earrings.
Ooh.
They make a whole bunch of them, but if you're not an earring wearer, they also do comic book pin or hairpins and comic book magnets. So whoever wins that at the end of the month will get one prize pack that includes a custom set. So you get to choose what it is of the book, earrings, pins, or hairpins, or magnets, and a Marvel pin that's in stock. So keep that in mind. And then finally, at the end of the month, there's also a Greenleaf Geek gift card that is up for grabs for anybody who has donated throughout the entire campaign. They do fantastic dice and lots of other cool gaming things. Yeah. We'll be right
Been
back.
Following Greenleaf almost since they started.
Same.
And
Yeah.
so good.
Check out Greenleaf Geeks shop.
Real.
It's wonderful. All right, so we're gonna go to break. We'll be back soon. Please hang out, and we'll be back. And we're back. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for waiting while we all pretended not to be vampires for a little bit. Now we're back to being vampires. I'm your Dracula master, Corinne. This is our lovely cast. As a reminder, we were raising money for Starlight, the Starlight Children's Foundation. So please hit that exclamation point Starlight, exclamation point donate, donate, and exclamation point TTRPG incentives to see what you can make us do. We're here for your entertainment. In whatever way is PG-13 safe.
So much worse.
Nope.
Most of you know.
Emails, I swear.
I just want to say, most of you know what I can do with my voice, and I'm choosing not to do it.
No,
I'm not doing
this is
it.
A safe for work stream,
It's a
Corinne.
safe for work stream, and I'm not doing it. So I'm just saying.
Gonna have the whole cast blue screen.
So you're gonna have to come back later for that. When we're not raising for Starlight. All right. Where we last left off, you were just about to enter the HOA office where you saw Midge waiting at the desk. You saw an office that was closed off that appears to be Hattie's. Is there any particular way you enter this building?
Gracefully and with purpose.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything else, or are you all graceful with purpose?
Oh, Beatrice is holding her parasol and looking down. Like, Beatrice doesn't have glasses, but I do. So she's just
Of course
giving
she
the
is.
Wednesday Addams
Yeah.
bitch face.
Yeah.
Sorry.
B face.
Well, you are Beatrice, so you are
Yeah.
literally giving a B face.
Yeah. The Wednesday Addams
They make a
B
movie
face.
about you. Is it the B movie? I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm a little sorry. Somewhat sorry.
All right.
This is par for the course. Really, it is.
I'm not playing Marigold.
No, I mean, there would be more puns.
Oh yeah.
All right. I keep losing more of my things. Okay, I found them. Let's see.
Maybe Midge will get lost in the mail.
All right. So, do you just open the door and go in?
Open the door. Get on the floor. Everybody
do
walk.
the dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Boom, boom, shakalaka. Okay, no. I do not enter that way.
So, did you just walk through the door normally with purpose?
Yeah.
Okay. As the very last of you comes through,
I'd like to be my most intimidating, please.
the door slams shut behind you. And then Midge looks up, as if a bell had rung, even though one hadn't. It was just the door slamming closed behind you. Oh, hi! Oh, you're all here. Welcome. Come on in. It might get a little bit cramped. Were you here to deliver that paperwork? That's sooner than we thought.
We'll hand her the beautifully folded crane with a wax seal and full of glitter.
Oh, don't know if this is against HOA regulations or not, but it's beautiful. Is this the document I gave you? Okay, do you want me to open this?
If you like. But it says we'll host your party.
Oh, wonderful! Hattie's gonna be so happy. Okay, so...
I'm sure.
Okay, did you have any questions about hosting the block party? Anything you needed us to know?
Well, there is the matter of, Miss Shalini raises some rather beautiful plants, and they're quite exotic, but they are also all a little toxic, so we will be putting, of course, clearly marked delineated signs and little rails to make sure that nobody touches them.
Oh, as long as everything is clearly marked, we can make sure the neighborhood abides by those signs. Abiding by signs is a key tenet in this neighborhood. So as long as you put up signs, that should be perfectly fine. I am a little bit concerned, though. The toxicity of these plants, does it meet the regulations stated in the plants allowed to be in this neighborhood?
Yes, it does.
Okay, well, do you mind if during the black party I do a run through of the plants with you just to make sure everything's regulation? Just want to make sure we're A-okay.
Oh, Midge, I would love that. We could go through a walk in the garden together.
Oh,
Shalini probably has looked at this and probably has filed the correct paperwork already. Fully says nothing to allow Granny her opportunity to scare the daylight out of her.
I just stand back and let her do her work.
Okay, sure. Now I don't think we have a name on the paperwork for you, ma'am. It just says Granny here.
Oh, well, it's a bit hard for some folks to pronounce my name here, so I just have everyone call me Granny.
Oh, we try to make sure we're pronouncing everybody's name correctly. It's very important in our community. If you can just say it for me, I can get it written down.
I would love to hear you try.
Granny is going to... So she's very short and very, very old. So she's going to motion for Midge to come down. Like, so she can, like, whisper it in her ear.
Midge leans close. Midge's eyes go wide and she suddenly freezes as, all the hair is standing up on her arms.
Do you need me to spell it? Here, if you do an A and then a T, dearie, do you remember how to write?
Oh, yeah, could you...
You want me to write it for you?
Oh, yes, please, if you could write that, that'd be great.
Yes.
Careful where you write it, it might burn a hole through your table.
I'm signing a contract. Don't ruin this for me.
I'm teasing. It's a perfectly ordinary name.
Corinne, I'm gonna ask you for something.
Yes. Ask me.
I have a secret goal. Can I state it here or should I DM you? I don't care if other people know.
It's up to you. Whatever you want to do. You can say it aloud if you want, or you can DM me.
I am jealous of how well Midge is in service to Hattie, and I want that minion for myself. And I haven't sired someone in so long.
Oh my god!
And she just does a really good job, and I think she's being taken advantage of. It's not with cruelty. I just really think Midge could be so much more.
You should probably ask about adding new members to the family, but you are the grandmother, so I suppose you do have certain rights.
So if I get her to, take my signature and everything, I just want you to prepare yourself.
Gotta have another room in the house.
I would say that you having her take your signature, joining in a contract with Midge is certainly one step towards getting her to be your minion.
Okay.
I will say that this may be more complicated than you believe it to be.
She likes a challenge after 5,000 years.
This is good for grandmother. Is this making her happy?
It is making her very happy.
Midge in service to someone already? Is she under a contract?
I'm gonna poach her.
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Also, Miss Midge, there is a dress code. We will be doing a Victorian-style party, so I expect everybody to come in full costume.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be great for the she looks over at Granny again. For the theme that I'm sure you're gonna have, that's gonna be great. Your house will really live up to that, being the only one in the neighborhood that looks like...
Well, it is a heritage site,
Oh, yes, we've heard all about that, and that's why it hasn't been changed. Okay, perfect.
Also,
go
Miss
ahead.
Midge, I would like a list of anybody's food allergies, just so we can cover.
Oh, yes, of course.
Any vegans, any vegetarians, anybody who's allergic to tree nuts. That way we can have separate dishes and things prepared to make sure.
Oh, yes, of course. I have a file
safe.
on that. Oddly enough, I don't have a file with your allergy information. You
I don't have any.
Oh, none? Okay, everybody else? Are you good?
Brussels sprouts.
Okay, I'll add that in. Thank you.
Yes.
You see her go through a file, and then she pulls one out for your family that is completely empty, and then she just writes Granny, and then like looks at the name on the contract and like copies it, and then like writes Brussels sprouts and puts it in.
I want you to know this Granny is getting her to write her name down as often as possible.
Okay, so I can make sure that list gets dropped off to you. I'll just have to compile the information. It'll show up in your mailbox probably tomorrow. And yeah, as long as everything's ready by the end of the week.
Miss Beatrice was going to speak.
Oh!
And you spoke over her.
Oh, I'm so sorry, dear. What'd you need?
For the allergy list, I'm not partial to garlic. It makes you smell bad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can certainly put down garlic for you, Beatrice.
Thank you.
Garlic.
And we would ask that any religious iconography be left out of people's costumes, just out of respect for people.
Oh, do you have any specific religious affiliation or anything that we can be aware of?
We just want to remain inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, inclusivity is very important in our little neighborhood. Okay, I'll make sure to note that down for anybody coming to your event.
I'm gonna straight up look up, and like I've been in my phone this entire time. I make direct eye contact with Midge as she like tries to talk about inclusivity of like.
She shrinks back a little bit. Anyway, so. If you need any, you do have some funds available to you if you need them for running the block party. If you would like some, you would just need to sign this document, put down how much you need, and then, we can accommodate as long as it's within, the standard amounts. You can't request like $1,000. That'd be silly. Something reasonable.
I think I have it covered, thank you.
I could use some help. Here, I'll sign if you'll sign along it.
Oh yeah, I do need to
do you
sign
mind
it as
actually
well.
writing grandmother's name for her? Her hands do shake a bit.
Yes.
Oh, of
The
course,
rheumatism.
we completely understand, assistant for disabilities and age. So yeah, give me 1 second just to...
I'll tell you how it's said and spelled again.
Oh yeah.
I would like a copy of that form if you don't mind.
Oh, of course, yeah. Everything is
Just
in
for
triplicate.
paperwork.
Everything is in triplicate. Okay, and how did you spell that again?
Once again, she gets out the whispers in her name.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. I think I got. Does this look right?
Yes. Oh, it looks perfect.
Okay, and then let me just sign my name right here. Okay, and then
What
here.
a lovely name you have.
Oh, thank you. It's a family name.
Oh,
Kyle, do you have any requests? You've been awful quiet.
Strawberries.
Strawberries? You're allergic to strawberries?
No, I just don't like them.
No strawberries. Absolutely no strawberries.
Oh, okay. We'll write that down too. Okay. We are learning so much about your family today. Love to see it. Love to get to know everybody in the town.
I'm sure.
Okay, so was that all for the allergies and requests regarding dietary restrictions?
No garlic, no strawberries, no religious paraphernalia. I need a list of everybody's allergies and
no Brussels sprouts.
no Brussels sprouts, of course.
Okay, perfect. I'll have that list dropped off for you tomorrow morning. So just keep an eye out. We can just slip it under the door, put it in the mailbox,
Please put it in the mailbox.
whatever. Okay, perfect.
My dog is a little high-strung and she doesn't like new people.
Oh yes,
She will
I've
be-
seen that little one.
She will be kept inside during the party, of course, to watch over the house, and her nerves aren't what they used to be. She's almost 13,
Oh yeah, that's quite old for a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people have allergies. So yeah, definitely try and keep the pets inside for the event unless, they stick to
course.
themselves.
It will be a garden party. just
Yes,
so you know.
yes. Which is
Miss
nice.
Charlene?
I send a text of like dogs, cats, like people with their dogs and cats in a note.
Oh, yes,
Don't
no
bring the
pets. don't bring the pets to the garden party, please.
Oh,
I like
yes,
my
of
grass
course. Yeah, that's standard practice anyway. We generally, unless it's a service animal or some kind.
Of course, service animals are welcome.
Yes,
but
of course.
I do say service animal, not emotional support animal. There is a difference.
Oh,
So-
yeah. Okay. So, is that all for you all? Are you good?
Pretty good, yes. Anybody
Okay.
else have any
So I'm
requirements?
gonna bring this to Hattie so she can have this documentary crane. And I hope you have a good rest of your night. You'll get that list in the morning. And you can always find me here. And then you see her kind of, walk through a door, like she knocks quietly, and then you hear, like a come in, and she goes through. And it's quiet. It's quiet. And then glitter.
When that happens, Rin, is there a way I could do so one of my talent is literally vibe check of understanding the person's true nature.
Yeah.
If that is Hattie, is there a way that I could check to see what her true nature is?
Yes. What do you have in your vibes?
I have a +3 to vibes.
Okay, so you roll 3d6s.
Okay.
And then is anybody trying to help in any way?
I have a manipulation roll I could add in.
Yeah,
I
I'd
don't
say
know how, yeah.
I'd say if you were hoping to gain this information for manipulation, then I'd say that perhaps you could add.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so then
I
you
got you.
make that 4d6s and you're going to roll that, and you're looking for 5s and 6s.
All right. You're rolling that, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
I'm
this
rolling
is-
it right now.
Yeah.
Bork.
Okay, well
Moxie
that's
is-
a 1.
Okay.
Whoa! That's off the table, so we're gonna re-roll that. That's a 3. So failures so far. That's a 2. Jeez Louise, I'm just not rolling very well. And that's another 2.
All right. So you try to
Whiffs all
get
around.
a vibe check on Hattie just from her voice and exclamation at the glitter. And you oddly enough get like a void. Like there's no vibes, which isn't normal.
I send the exclamation points. I forget what the name of that particular sound, but it's like, that notification in games where it's like,
Wink.
yes. And then I send like a demon mask and a devil, like the frowny devil face, to the group chat.
Oh,
Interesting.
delightful.
I think I am. Phoebe, come with me for a moment, would you, Granny? Actually, let's all just stand outside the door for a moment.
Eh?
Just follow them into the office. I'll lean casually against the door frame and look tall and menacing because I'm good at that.
All right, so you went into the office that Midge went to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so as you enter, you spot.
I wasn't invited. Can I walk in here?
You're fine. You're already in the building. You don't need to be
Okay, fair
invited
enough.
into specific parts of the building.
We got a letter.
Yeah, you got a letter inviting you here. So you
Old
spot
ones,
Hattie, who is sitting at her desk, or well, now standing, trying to shake glitter off herself. She is even inside wearing a large floppy sun hat. She has it looks to be like too much self tanner on, like you can see it stained on her hands.
Jesus.
And she looks very much like the stereotype of like a trophy wife or like a bee of a realtor. I almost said like a very bad word.
She's a Karen.
She is.
She might be a vampire, Karen.
I hate bullies.
And
That's fair.
she finishes like kind of getting as much of the glitter that's going to come off, and then she looks up and sees you. She's like, I wasn't expecting visitors inside the room. Hello! Did you need something, Lord Oberon?
We'll hold your party, but this is the last time we're doing anything like this. Just so you know.
You are a part of this neighborhood, and being a part of this neighborhood is being under the HOA's purview.
My house is a heritage site.
And that's why it hasn't been bulldozed.
That's also why we should work to preserve it.
Exactly.
And holding parties could endanger the area.
I assure you that all members of this neighborhood are completely kind, generous, and careful individuals who would never cause harm to your establishment. Your heritage sites.
That's good.
Estate, and it's filed with the city council. You do this again and I'll bring them into this.
Oh, the city council. We won't worry about them.
Yes, you will.
No, I won't.
We'll see.
How much money do I have to pay somebody to get rid of this person? Sorry, just thinking internally.
Now,
I'm gonna actually turn and look at BB and just kind of tilt my head at her and say,
She tilts back.
remember the rules I told you about earlier?
Yes.
I think you get my meaning. Miss Hattie, respectfully, my family's very busy. I'm very busy. We'll hold your garden party. We'll play along. This is the last time. And if it becomes a problem, we'll involve the city council. And if it becomes a problem after that, well, I don't know what to tell you, but it won't end well for you. So, have a good afternoon. I do not give her the chance to reply. She is beneath me.
As you leave the building, the door slams shut behind you again, as it did the first time when you entered.
I want to do something before we leave,
Ooh.
like on our way out. After looking at the text message, and I think we're all kind of familiar with the vibe check at this point. Using that kind of information and being a little more curious, I'm gonna try mind reading.
Oh, heck.
Okay. So you trying this just like as you leave the building, like trying to get that mind reading off before you're like totally off the premises. All right. So what do you have in mind reading? Do you have a 3 or 2?
I have a 2.
Okay. I will say we'll give you an extra die because you already have information from the vibe check. So like you already know something about this person, and you're trying to glean more from them. So you're
Does
looking.
doing this to try to get information for my bonds give me any more?
Are you trying to? Well, what are you gonna do with this information if you get it?
Well, I want to, I guess, either clarify or confirm the vibe check. Kind of.
Okay. So I'd say, considering the vibe check in itself seemed like it was for the good of the family. Is that correct, Sweeta?
Yes, I was also going to ask, can I give Kyle my boon? From,
yes.
the very beginning.
Yes, you can.
Of the stream, yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
I will say you will get to roll 5 d6s. 1, because you're doing something for the good of the family, and Daddy's around. Dad, I'm sorry. I forgot. Dad is around.
Father.
What's wrong
Father.
with the term daddy? What's wrong with
Pops is around. You already had information from the vibe check, and you have the boon from Sweeta. So you can roll 5 d6s, and you're looking for 5s and 6s.
Oh, please roll better than I did.
Is
gonna use
Hattie
these
the
5s.
head of the HOA?
What'd you say?
Is Hattie the head of
She
the
is,
HOA?
yes.
I got 1 5, 1 6, 2 3s and a 1.
Okay, so you got 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
You are able to get a little bit of information. What are you looking for specifically, if anything?
I don't think it's anything specific.
Okay.
Honestly.
So you just get the very first thought that is in Hattie's head, which is... I will have that house if it is the last thing I do.
After we leave, I will parlay this information to Father.
That's what she thinks. So, many, many years ago, for what it's worth, before most of you lived here. I think it was just me and who moved in first? Was it Granny or Max?
Time is an illusion across the sands.
Right, I think it was Max. No, I think it was you, Granny. Grandmother, I'm sorry.
Perhaps.
Anyway,
So-
I bought this land. It's been titled to me for years, and the house itself is a heritage site and has been for the last 200 years, so this is my property. Nobody's taking it from me.
I want to say that Shiny Esper has put in a request. They didn't have information. They weren't sure what they wanted before. They would like us all to do silly voices, specifically Russian, for 5 minutes.
Oh,
So
wow.
now,
Oh, no.
attempt your best Russian accent, or perhaps your worst.
Duh. Yes.
I don't know how to do that.
It is babushka
Mother
time.
Russia.
Yes.
Yes.
Something. It's just going to end up French, I'm sorry.
Sometimes I find it helps if you say Das Vidanya.
Das Vidania?
Das Vidanya.
Yeah.
If you say
Das Vidanya.
Das Vidanya, it does
Das
sometimes help.
Vidania. Yeah, okay.
Eat your borscht. It's good for you.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't know what Russian accents sound like. I'm so sorry.
If you end up as French,
Yeah,
that is
yeah,
okay.
come on.
Try your best. Try your best.
Do it for Mother Russia.
Nope. Just a blue screen. Sorry.
We must do this for Mother Russia.
Duh.
Da.
Uh,
Da. This stream now for Mother Russia.
Yes.
Da. For 5 minutes.
Russia, 3 rolls, 3 mu.
So, the house it is on it is a heritage site, you know. So it's fine. We will take care of it. It's women, people. That was sexist of me. I'm sorry. Old habits die hard. Still sort of a jerk sometimes.
Yes, I am babushka. Yes, yes.
Baby, my sweet child.
Yes, Papa?
Just this once, it might be okay. Granny, if you can help her out, maybe removing this nuisance from the neighborhood.
I'm sorry, I have a very expressive face and I really love messing with people. I'm so sorry.
I adore this.
Thank you.
Ah.
I would love to show her my dollhouse.
Now, don't play with your food. Well,
For her,
sometimes.
we might make an exception.
You hear a ping on your phone, Pops. It is an order for body bags.
You
How
can
many-
get those.
How many? Yeah, you can order them. Having had to, yes. Anyway, that's a different conversation. How many did
Technology.
you order?
Well, I think we are. So you see, it's a total for like 3. It's a total for 3. I say, and I send them a string emoji. One with the number 1, a check mark, and then 2 and 3, and then you see the image of like a box.
With the hammer and sickle at the end of the.
It's gotta be Russian.
Gotta be Russian. Yeah, and then there's a bottle of vodka at the end. Oh, no, wait, shoot. A bottle of clear liquid TBD.
It is a bottle of potato liquid.
Potato liquid. Potato
Right,
liquid.
so we are going to order the deck. This is now German.
It's okay, 5 minutes is up.
Thank God. We're going to order the decorations. We're going to order some body bags. I'm going to. Yes. Fine wine, fine dining, cheese, anything else, vegan platters, vegetables, and no Brussels sprouts or strawberries. Anyway, we go home to prepare, I suppose.
Yes. You must go home to prepare. Would you like to take the night to rest and then, or well, I guess you'd be doing the things overnight and then resting the rest of the day. So we'd like to take the rest of the day to rest and then start doing preparation at night.
Yep.
All right. So all of you are able to go to sleep in your respective places. Is there anything that you do before or after going to bed? You know, is anyone you want to talk to or anything like that?
I will go hang out with Beatrice to see Granny to see what they have planned so that I can accordingly wire up lights and make sure that if we need to like have mini EMPs so that people's phones and cameras do not work.
Good thinking.
Good idea.
Excellent.
All
It's
right.
just the joy of having people cleverer than you in your house. You just get them to do everything. I am still Lord after all. There's a bit of debaggery in there.
Because you said that, I'm purposely going to wire up the speakers in the house to blast Rihanna's work.
Psychological warfare, I enjoy it. Can I say that on stream? Sorry.
Yes, you're fine.
Let's see here.
So, you want to know my plans, child? You know, throughout the centuries and years, there will be many people who underestimate you and look down on you. You may think it's a bad thing, but no. Underestimating your opponent is one of the most fatal mistakes in war. So, sit with Granny. We have plans.
Fully have like a notebook that I'm just sketching things out as Granny talks.
So, you go through. Granny asks you to like open up the Vampazon, whatever it's called, and she starts like pointing at things. Like she noticed that Hattie. She's very perceptive. She noticed that Hattie had that like fake tanner stuff on her.
Child, you know how candles melt under heat? I believe so does the substance the woman slathers her with.
I love Granny so much.
As you say this, I start to like draw out a schematic rewiring our sprinkler system to, and also developing a formula that is non-toxic to our plants, but is like tan remover to spray out of the sprinklers.
Makeup remover.
Plant safe makeup remover.
I love it.
Oh,
Yes,
good.
get that substance.
All right. So I would like you to you have like a skill that is for chemistry, right?
Let me pull that up.
Yeah.
So I have blood work, I have weaponry, and I have we have the reskin
For vibes, yeah.
So
we'll call
it'll
this
be weaponry and
yeah.
blood work.
We'll call this weaponry because it is not classic weaponry, but it is weaponry. So I'd like you to roll for this. You are being helped by 2 people or 3 people, all 3 of the family. So whatever you have plus 3 dice. So 5.
So 5.
And looking for 5s and 6s. And let me check and see what
All right.
those things were that were blooping in my
dice.
ears.
Your dice. I need you to cooperate with me. Purely for the vibes and for the Benny Hill theme. Okay, that's 1. That's a 5.
Okay, 1 5.
That's a 4, almost. That's a 1. A 3. Jeez Louise. And that was 4 rolls. This is the last roll. And a 2. 1 success.
So we just got a boon from Cave before they left. So you can roll 1 more die if you'd like to use that now.
Let's do it. That's a 2.
Okay, so you got 1 success. You think this will work as a makeup remover, and you think it will be safe for plants. However, you think it might not be like dye safe, and so you think anybody's clothes that get hit by this will also be affected, and you're not certain how it's going to affect clothing, essentially. Like, it could cause harm to people if, like, their clothing starts, like, burning.
Could I?
Water does work, but I find fire more effective. Any of those new lights, the ones that are fake but still warm, any of those we could claim were meant to keep our plants growing, but to make it warm?
I pull up human Amazon at this point for like.
What is that? There's another one.
I have made a fundamental mistake. I'm realizing I pulled it in front of Granny. This is fine. Granny now knows about Amazon. And I look for like just plant heaters.
Granny, you look like your world has been shattered.
I didn't know there was more than one place you could buy things from. But all is there?
Oh, there's also eBay.
No.
I set up Granny with an Etsy.
Oh god, there goes most of my savings.
No. Granny is a talented knitter, correct?
She did teach all of us, I think. Or tried to.
Yes.
I don't know if anyone on Etsy is going to want to buy what she knits.
It's good leather. It doesn't matter where it comes from. It's good
that's
quality.
so funny.
Oh my god.
I was wearing a Buffalo Bills lotion t-shirt earlier.
Oh my god. Wow.
It was a heartwarming movie that night on family night until the end. It was so tragic.
Did we watch
movie.
The Shining together as a family? Is it The Shining or is it
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs? There we go. Yeah. Sorry.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, I believe you guys watch that together as a family now. That's
Oh,
canon.
absolutely. We have a movie night. Of course we do. We have to.
Beautiful.
Even
It was
Kyle is
beautiful.
required to come downstairs. He can draw. He has to stay with the family.
Listen, movies are just another form of art to
I
express
agree with
yourself.
that. So are video games, actually.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you have some plans together. You then go sleep the rest of the day, and then you wake up ready to start at, as the moon rises. And let me put on some relevant tunes.
Buddy Hill theme.
Yes, the Benny Hill theme. Just some nice outside noises. So you need to set up your garden. You start getting things prepared. You have technically a week, but we're not going to, do this entire week. So we're going to kind of summarize this a little bit. Over this week, you are going to have time to complete the things you want to do. We will have you roll for them to see how well you accomplish them. The next day, you will get the letter in the mailbox with the allergies and et cetera and so forth and so on. However, I would like each one of you to essentially pick one thing that you're doing that is going to be your purview for this, and we'll have you roll for it. So I imagine the paintings are coming from Kyle. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the lights and the lights of all kinds, even the heat lamps, essentially, are coming from Shalini. Is that correct?
The heat lamps, yes.
Yes.
The plants, yes. That's coming from Shalini, and I think I don't know. Would that just fall under the general purview of electricity?
Yeah, I think electrical things for the event. I do want to say thank you so much for following, Alex. Welcome. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. Alex is from Starlight, who we are raising money for today.
Alex, oh no!
Oh yeah.
Alex, I'm sorry. It's Psyche. Good to see you again. Don't look at me.
All right, so electrical things are going to be under your purview. And you were also going to help with music. Is that correct?
You want me to drop those sick beats? Sure.
Well, I believe you were helping Lord
Classical
Oberon.
period music.
Yeah, Lord Oberon with beats. I believe you were helping.
But we can do those. We can do those. On the YouTubes, we can do the medieval music remixes of the
the medieval lo-fi.
Yeah, that one. What is this Lofi stuff? Is it good?
It's a Norse god, Lofi.
Lofi is a Norse god. Well, I met him once. He was rather tricky.
Oh, Pops, never change.
Alex, I'm a babushka vampire. Don't think of me differently.
Anyway, yeah, so music, absolutely.
Okay, so Oberon is doing music and...
Oh, no, I have other plans, but I will be helping with
Okay,
music.
she'll be helping with music. And then Granny and Beatrice, you were planning the scary stuff. Because this is a Halloween event. So, go ahead.
I was just going to say, so I have an idea for this. As I mentioned, we mentioned earlier that Granny knits. I think that creepy doll face Beatrice collects dolls.
Oh, yes, good.
Of course.
And I mentioned my dollhouse to Hattie.
Mm.
I think that Granny likes to make creepy dolls for Beatrice, and Beatrice collects them in a creepy dollhouse.
I love it.
Perfect.
I love making dolls for you, dearie. Don't ask about the materials, though.
I would essentially like to propose maybe turning someone into a doll to put in her house.
Oh my god, yes.
Not sure how to go about that, but I want to assimilate someone into my dollhouse, essentially.
How about Hattie?
Or her daughter. But anyway,
the daughter we can convert, the mother we need to get rid of.
Oh.
No. The daughter is friends with the boy. We can't do that.
Nope, you said it wasn't Sarah, so all bets are off.
Children lie all the time.
I slip Beatrice schematics for large, like, Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics versions of her dolls.
Oh my god, yes.
I do want to say we did get a $5 donation for Silly Voices. From Martha.
Thank you, Martha.
Martha, if you have a specific voice in mind that you would
thanks.
like, please let us know. Otherwise, we can all just pick a voice, or we can all do this the same here. So, Martha, if you're in chat,
Grannies.
let us know. We could do Oops All Grannies.
Age swap?
That would be fun.
Okay, so all of us are grannies except for Granny, who is now a child.
Oh, no.
Well, this is just wonderful.
Wow.
That was incredible.
I'm impressed, actually. Yeah.
Okay, children.
I
Your voice
think
acting
that
on my screen.
Hattie would make a great addition to my dollhouse.
I think she'd make a charming doll, actually.
I'm gonna need some time to get all the fabric
The little hats.
for the dolls. Fabric. That's it.
Well, you could run to Joanne's later.
Oh, I don't need to go to a store. Don't worry about it.
Okay, then. Right, so for this sort of shindig we're throwing here, I think I'm going to try to turn the neighborhood against the HOA because their tyranny has reigned long enough and it's time for it to come to an end.
Oh, a rebellion! I love those.
Indeed. Yes, we're going to lead a revolt against the HOA. Right.
Make them burn for what they've done to us.
Back in my day,
It's so much fun.
we used to burn people. We used to have proper revolts with guillotines and marching and singing the songs of angry men.
The French.
But now it's all politics and money, and so I have both of those things. I have money, and I'm very good at politicking because I am a politician. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't.
Sing songs of angry women instead.
Exactly, down with the patriarchy and all of that. What? Yes, quite right. Anyway, so yes, we're going to lay a proper revolution in this little neighborhood, and then they won't be troubling us at all, never again.
I can bend their wills to our own. I have certain abilities we can use.
Excellent. Now I'm a master manipulator.
Right.
Just different. Never mind. I can't say that on stream.
I can pull into their dreams and weave a whole new ideology.
Oh, I like this quite a bit, actually. Yes.
People seem to feel bad for young women and children who look helpless and are easily manipulated into helping them.
Exactly. Also, if she wants to take the house, she'd be robbing a child, 2 children, actually, of their houses. 3 young people, orphaned and abandoned by the world, and they want to take our house? How dare they?
It's just wrong.
It's incredibly wrong, and I won't stand for it. We've had enough. We're going to put our foot down. This is the line. It's going here, no further.
Viva revolution!
Indeed. Oh, God.
All right, vampires, come on now. We're gonna need to make some rolls, please. Okay, are you ready to make the rolls? Now, I would like you to pick one of your stats that you have and tell me which one you're using and what you're doing it with, and then we can figure out the what we're doing with the rolls and the dice.
Manipulation for me.
All right, so you're trying to manipulate for 3. You're doing it to help your family, and you're doing it in your house, so you can roll 5 dice.
5 dice, right? Okay.
Yes, you can roll 5, and when you get 5s and 6s, those are successes.
Oh, well, big luck, no whammy. No whammy. No. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I don't drink when I'm doing this. At least you didn't get the ooh-woo voice.
Oh, no.
All right, big
I
money.
heard that voice. It's a cursed voice.
Big money.
Big money, no win.
Hey, that's a 6. That's a 5. And a 5. And a 3 and a 2.
Wow.
3 or 5.
That's 3 successes is very, very good. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was an old lady. 3
How long
successes.
do we have to do this for?
Another 2 minutes.
Oh, heck.
It's difficult, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it goes for a while.
It's sort of hard on the throat, but you know, so many things are.
Strike that from the record, please. Anyway,
I just don't understand anyway. That was success.
So with 3 successes, you're easily able to accomplish the things that you're trying to do.
Excellent.
Did you get a 6 in there?
Yes.
A 6 is a magnificent success, so I will allow you to add like a special extra whammy.
Mm.
A little
Yes, I said.
whammy on that.
A whammy. Well, I think one of the members of the city council probably lives in this neighborhood. And I
yes,
would like
for sure.
to make it known that I feel a little unsafe. You know, after all the donations I've given to, you know, charities and food banks and making sure that the town is well taken care of in terms of its most vulnerable, because that's what we do with lots and lots of capital for many years.
Oh, yes, so you're going to try and use the extra manipulation to
yes.
sway the city council member. Is that
Yes,
correct?
to make this a permanent heritage site so they can never get rid of it.
Okay, perfect. And we're done with old people.
Oh, thank God.
I pretend.
Please.
All right, and then, Sweeta, what skill are you going to try and use?
I believe so. Of the ones that I have, given that I'm working with, electricity is weaponry.
Yeah, I'd say that you're using this in a weapon-like manner.
Hey ho.
That's 2. I mean, it makes me happy. So that's, yeah.
So you get, you're helping the family. So you get 1 extra die. You're inside the house, so you get 1 extra die. And does specifically like working with electricity make you happy? Like, is that something that like makes you happy?
I mean, I am happy to support the general mayhem of the family.
Well, I do know one thing. They're trying to destroy this house or take this house, and you have a special vendetta that has to do with this.
Yes.
So I would say
it's the Great War against cookie cutter architecture. That's right, so it's fine.
So so you would get an additional die there as well. So you start with 2 and you get 3 more die. So you are rolling 5. You're looking for 5s and 6s.
For folks who have never played Oops All Draculas, if you play a techno, you get to choose what the war is that you're fighting, and I've chosen to fight back against generic housing.
I love it.
Yeah, not generic housing. Architecture that is all the same. So like the way that this
I do want to say we just had a word ban. We cannot say from this point forward for 5 minutes the word roll, which is going to be difficult considering I'm asking you to do that. So for 5 minutes,
I'm going to use my clacky math rock.
Use your clacky math rocks for me and tell you what number you get.
Yes, so I got 5.
You have 5 clacky math rocks that you can toss.
Okay. Clacky math rock 1 is a 2. My dice is cursed. I'm gonna roll.
No.
I'm going to utilize the website.
Yeah, you can use the website. The website we can't say right now.
Typing does not count. I already.
Yes, you have to. You have to type it. You have to type it.
I love to toss around the old bag of corners.
Whoa!
2 5s and 2 6s. I'm putting away.
Wow!
Let's go!
All right, so you are going to heavily succeed here. You definitely do what you're trying to do, and with those 6s, you get to put some oomph on it, get a little whammy there. You know, you're able to extra succeed essentially.
Love that for us. Finally.
I also want to say, while we still can't say that one specific word, we've also had a request for ooh-woo voice for 5 minutes.
Who did this?
This is my good friend Dante, who has done this to us.
Sorry, Rin, but I blame you.
That's fair.
You gotta teach us, because I don't actually know how to do this.
Okay.
Either.
Here,
This is this is a really bad idea, but since we're already here, look with it. Hello?
Hello. So, I need to know what you're trying to do, sweetheart, with that massive success that you had. Okay?
Oh my god, this is what Uwu Northeastern?
Oh,
Something
whoa.
Midwestern.
I mean, I just already Midwestern, so if you add the whoa and it just kind of goes together. Whoa.
Can I leave a woo? Can I go a woo, please?
You cannot go a whoa. There was still like 45 minutes to this stream.
Sorry, but you're actually trapped in here with us now, so too bad.
You just gotta stay here.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, whoa. Okay, sweetheart.
I was trying to. Oh my god.
Oh, wow, that was so good. Oh, wow. It was so good.
Oh no. Well, I was trying to make the lights go well. Oh my god, I can't do this. How do I use my words with this accent?
Oh my god.
This is specifically why I designed a character who does not use their words. For moments like this, I knew.
Sounds like a skill issue.
I'm sorry.
Oh, well, I believe in you, sweetheart.
For the 5 minute class, what's gonna happen?
I believe in you.
I was going to make the electricity setup go well, and I was gonna make the little sprinklers with the little with the makeup remover that we made. Yay!
Okay, well, so the light show is spectacular, but also because you did so well, you were able to figure out the problem with your makeup remover, and it no longer sets people's clothes on fire. Oh, wow.
You were lit on fire.
Yay!
People burn so beautifully.
I can never unsee this now. Okay, carry on.
Oh, well, okay, so I think we have, like, 2 more minutes of not saying the word that has to do with these things. So, Kyle, what skill are you using so I can tell you how many quick quacks that you're gonna roll?
You can't say that word.
Oh no! Uh-oh! That you're gonna utilize.
I have to go in the forever box.
Utilize.
Utilize.
What are you utilizing? Oh, whoa!
I'm gonna use artistry.
Okay, oh well, how many do you have in your artistry?
2.
2? Okay.
Extra dice.
So you get 1 more for being in the house. You get 1 more because you're helping the family. So you can roll 4 dice.
Hello.
And you're looking for 5s and 6s or low. And
no.
2, 3, 3, 3.
Oh no.
oh no, oh whoa.
That a hecky wacky.
I think you failed. Unless somebody gives you a boon. I think you did some bad art, Kyle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Unless somebody donates to help poor Kyle.
Oh well.
Oh whoa.
Maybe we could get the source of his inspiration up in here.
Oh whoa, maybe we could get his inspiration to come here and help him. Oh whoa. If only someone would donate.
Oh God, please help us. We're all perishing in here.
Oh god.
All right, we are done with Ooh voice.
I love to pull that out during the middle of like Destiny raids and just wipe groups.
And
It's
we
absolutely
can say roll again as well.
Oh good.
Excellent.
Right. Anyway, so
Oh my gosh. Is like the concept of a help action doesn't exist.
yeah, can we assist somehow?
You can assist by contributing your abilities to Kyle. So, like, if you had some way to help artistry, such as, looks like we got a donation.
Thank goodness.
Let me see what it's for.
I was gonna say mystery or shapeshifting is what I've got. I've also got like just money. I can just throw money at the problem, which is what every artist needs. Actually, go ahead, sweetie. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I was gonna say I have beats and I have vibes.
Ooh, artist vibes.
So I'd say that we did get another one for Woo Voice. We have to do 5 more minutes of Woo Voice.
Tell me their name. Who did it?
This one was this one was not Forge. It says
Not Forge.
not
Okay,
Forge.
well, no, unfortunately, I know where he lives.
Oh, and Martha has given a reroll. Thank you, Martha. Thank you so much. Okay, so what we're gonna do is Kyle gets to reroll. Oh, there's something else that just came in. Okay, yeah.
Is it more ooh voice?
Okay, so yeah, it's just me, Woo, and Martha. So
And it's all because you introduced us to Woo Voice.
hello.
Totally innocent.
Okay, so I'm gonna explain this real fast, and then we'll get into Woo. So, Kyle, you get to re-roll entirely. You had 4 dice originally, I believe. And if you want to help with, if anybody wanted to help with one of their abilities that they think, so you can add 2 more, so that would put you to 6. Because Oberon, you're providing money, so are you essentially like providing like better supplies?
Well, I can also shapeshift into just about anybody. So.
Oh, perhaps you're shape-shifting. Okay, and then
If you need a model.
and Suida, what are you providing?
The vibes, so well.
The vibes, yes. Okay, I'm gonna get into woo now too, and a woo officially starts for 5 minutes. Oh well, Kyle.
Wait.
Nope, I told you it would start after I was done explaining.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Did anybody else want to help Kyle?
I think we got it at 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh well, now you can.
I'm donating vibes.
Oh well, roll those 5 dice or 6 dice for us, Kyle, and tell us what you get. You get successes on 5s and 6s.
2 6s. Well, I just want to know if you can help Kyle with more OL time.
Oh well.
The stream is gonna be like this. We're just all.
The rest of the stream, we're just gonna be a rolling.
Oh well.
So you got 2 6s, Kyle? Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We have had 2 more donations to do. Oh wow. So
I spent hours practicing this character's voice.
we're gonna be doing until 2:25 Central. Okay.
You're the worst. You're the absolute worst.
That is how long we are doing a roll right now. I want to thank you all for your donations, but also you're terrible people. Okay.
Heck with you. Heck and heck.
Okay, so Kyle, with the 6s. Oh no, going Midwestern. Gotta go back. Hold on. Back up.
Oh no, don't you know?
Whoa. Oh, wow.
Oh, whoa, don't you know?
Oh, well, don't you know? Kyle, with the 6s that you got, you are able to create some beautiful art, or some scary art, whatever you're going for, really, you get the vibe across. So, you will be able to create, some, great pieces for the show that you're going to be putting on. Okay, now we're gonna go to Beatrice, and Granny, because you're working together to do some scary things. Is this correct?
Yes, so well.
Okay. Okay, what skills are you trying to use to do the scary things?
First, I would like to scare them with my dream weaving.
Does that mean the day before you're going to get into the dreams and make them dream about the house and about you,
I'm going to do that.
Okay. And what is your skill in shadow mastery?
In shadow casting, I'm a +3.
Okay. So you can do 3 dice for that. 1 because you're in the house, and 1 because you're helping the family. Okay?
Yes,
So roll your 5 dice, and you're trying to get 5s and 6s.
5s and 6s. Okay, a 6. Wow!
The woo takes away the joy from that roll. How many am I rolling again?
You are rolling 5. Oh, wow.
So 4 more!
5 is the number of dice you'll be counting. Oh well.
Roll the 5, please. You already rolled 1, so just 4 more. We can count.
We still can. Next one is a 5.
That's 2 successes. 1 is a magnificent success.
Hunting bodies like sheep to the rhythm of the war drums. Go back to sleep.
I'm so glad I was muted for that.
Think of the children. Think of the children. I'm wowing again. No, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Oh, whoa, please, whoa, whoa.
Why, whoa, one more, oh, whoa.
And you say it just gets more distressed.
Oh, well, so, Still Not Forger Woe has wanted to stack multiple woes with 2 donations, so we got
whoa.
10 more minutes of a woe, which means now we are woe until 2:35 Central woe.
Why?
Granny's going to turn you into soap, oh, whoa. One more roll, oh, wow. Ah.
Oh, wow. So what was your total of 5s and 6s, oh, wow?
Oh, God, I'm bi. I can't do math. Hold on.
It's okay, me too.
6, 5, 4,
Swoop.
2, 4.
But
Oh, well, so you got a 6 and a 5. Is that correct? And the rest were lower?
Yes, so whoa.
Oh, well, okay. So 1 5 is a success, 1 6 is a magnificent success. So
I know, whoa.
you were able to succeed. You did not get everyone in the town because you only got 1 success. But those that you did hit, you got a little extra whammy in there. So you get to pick what that little special effect is that you got through those shadowy dream weaving stuff you were doing.
Options? Oh, whoa.
Well, you can, make them think they're seeing you out of the corner of their eye when they wake up, oh, whoa. You can make them think that you're standing right behind them when you wake up, oh, whoa. You can make them, just kind of creepy things like that. And thank you so much for the sub, somebody in this call. Thank you so much. Oh, there's more donations and I'm so afraid.
oh no, oh whoa.
Okay. This one is not so bad. Oh, whoa. So, after we get to 2:35, Psyche, specifically, is going to have to do 10 additional minutes of Granny. Oh, whoa.
Oh whoa.
Who did it?
I don't know if I can say that.
Who did it? Tell me. Who did it?
The streamer donation confidentiality.
Wait.
We're gonna talk. We're gonna
We immediately drop the granny away for that.
I will find you. I will.
Oh, well, I have a very special set of skills. Oh, whoa.
I knew it was one of those little tits from my community. I knew it.
Oh, well, okay. So what additional whammy do you want after your dreams?
Solidarity.
So, whoa. I would like them to see me out of the corner of their eyes. Woo.
Wonderful.
Constantly.
Oh, well, that is a great addition. And I will say that, while Hattie was not affected by this, Midge was a woe. She was affected by it even more than anybody else, a woe. Possibly due to all that contract signing she was doing, a woe.
Now for Midge, though, I want it to be, yes, terrifying, woo, but intriguing.
Okay, oh, whoa. You are the intriguing shadow at the corner of her eye, oh, whoa.
The one she wishes to learn more from, woo.
Oh, well, Beatrice, what would you like to do? What skill would you like to use?
Beatrice would like to use her fashion skill.
Oh, well, we can do that. What are you trying to do with your fashion skill? Are you making your dress?
Oh, can I assist with my sewing?
I have money.
Oh, well, you can get assistance if you're making dresses and things from sewing and money.
Well, I was thinking, in lieu of making my dress, and I would like lots of bows and, lace and some sparkles, please.
Oh, whoa, I'm sure we'll be able to do that. So, what do you have in your fashion skill, oh, whoa?
A tuwu.
A tool? Okay, so you get a tool. You're in the house, so you get a one.
Absolutely cursed.
You get one from the money from Lord Oberon, your dad. You get one from your granny, Granny Bones, helping you with the sewing. So that's 5. Oh, whoa! And you are making this dress in order to help protect the family. Oh, whoa! Because you're trying to do a better dress than Sarah. Is that correct? Oh, whoa! To really show her up.
Heck with that bee.
So we got 6.
You have to solo the dress.
I have 2 5s and a 6.
Oh, whoa, what a success. Okay, so you make a really banging dress. It is covered in blows and sparkles, and it has a lovely silhouette. It is gonna definitely outshow Sarah, and you get a little bit of an extra whammy. What would you like that to be for your dress? Like something special about it? Like, does it have a train, or is it convertible into like a hood? Something like that.
This was a triumph.
What?
Hmm?
Gosh, that's really hard.
Oh, well, you can't always save it, to decide later if you need something special from your dress.
I would like to do that.
Okay, you can wait. Now, I need to check, because I think we got another donation, but I need to see what it is. So give me 1 second.
Oh, no.
Oh, we did get another we got many donations, Okay, hold on. That's a good thing, but
Yay!
Okay.
Yay!
So,
So excited to use our wall voice.
one thing we got was a boon, which is great. One player gets a boon. We can put that in the bank. But also, someone else, again, still not Forge donated $20 for us to keep doing this to the rest of the stream
This is the worst.
So we are stuck like this, everyone. Unless the only other thing that can happen to stop it is if other people donate to augment the voices even more. Like Pirate or All Granny this is this is our heck
All Russian
Russian
I
wonder if I could do Lord Valentine's voice. Oh no, this is absolutely cursed.
Every time I am invited here, this happens every time. You invite me to these events, Pixie.
Oh wow, I'm so sorry.
Are you?
I mean, it is for the children.
It is for the children.
It is for the children, because I do want to say, we've almost met our $500 goal, We're at 468 and 33 cents raised, which we still have the whole day, folks. So wow.
That is really incredible, everybody.
Thank you so much, everybody. I just wanted to take a moment to remind you that the Star White Children's Foundation is a wonderful thing, and it is currently what we are raising for. It's why we are doing this and why I'm speaking like this on camera, where people can see it. And I just want you all to know that we're really grateful for you making us do this. Because it helps the children, and that's important.
It is. The children are very
We're
important.
grateful because it helps the children, not so much because we have to do this. So...
This is gonna kill my voice for the rest of the day, I just hope you know.
It is, you know how, I say I don't have shame, This is pushing it. Just the extent, just for how long, Because I usually have no shame, but sometimes when you talk a certain way for a certain amount of time, it just becomes a part of you, and you can't stop it. And I'm afraid that's gonna happen,
So that's my turn.
We'll be stuck here forever, but we must continue.
Shift soon.
We must continue
To
onwards.
wait victory.
To wait victory, because it is time for your garden party.
Please, someone save us from this torment.
You have set up the garden party, and hold
It's
on.
delightful.
Let me get some music.
Mood music, woo. Mood music?
No, whoa, not that one.
That's gonna be the one that plays when Beatrice walks in.
Mood music?
Oh, whoa. We have mood music, whoa. Now.
So, I think they're not music, woo.
Oh, whoa. This is the night of the event, and you have done your setup. You have your art, that's a hard word to say in a art gallery set up. You have your lights, you have your garden set up, you have the hors d'oeuvres, and you have wine. The neighbors start to arrive, and they are in awe, and also a little afraid. It does take a little while. Oh no, someone donated again. I mean, oh yay, someone donated again.
Afraid of me.
Oh, whoa, what is it?
Please do not be afraid.
Oh, whoa. Oh, okay.
We all die of
We have a boon specifically for Badger Heart. So we have one boon in the bank and one boon for Badger Heart, okay? So keep that in mind. All right.
Donations.
So everybody begins to show up, and as they're showing up, they take in the scenery. Do you hand them a glass of wine,
If they have specifically requested it, I memorized the guest list.
Oh, well, that's very impressive. Everyone does seem that very impressed. You seem to be good at hosting. Now, I do want to say, that Midge arrives, and when Midge arrives, she immediately, seeks out Granny Bones,
Yes,
now I have to do Midwestern on purpose.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if I can do Granny Midwestern woo. I will try.
You don't have to. I've got to.
Oh, thank God.
Let me just squeeze right past ya. Oh, hi there, Granny.
Oh, hello, Major Woo. You don't have to call me Granny, call me by my name, Woo.
I wasn't sure, about the formality of it. I don't know how to say this, but, can I, confide in something in, confidence, don't you know,
Of course you will.
And she pulls you aside, and she leans in real close, and she says, well, you betcha don't you know, that I know, that you're a vampire.
Excuse my language.
Midge? Woo. I don't know what you mean, dearie, Woo.
You don't have to play with me. You're not the only one in town,
I had my suspicions, Woo.
Marshy wants you to read his boon.
Yeah.
Let me look, hold on.
Oh no, Whoa.
Oh no.
I would just like to point out that we reached the donation goal.
So,
thank you, everybody.
Yes, I'm gonna read this out loud from Marshy. He
Please not in the
says,
owl voice.
I desire to be the most important, so I will break the goal. Also, make it stop. And Marshy's the one who put us over the edge.
Yay!
You are an absolute hero, both to the children and to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I
much,
can
Marshy.
finally return to this voice that I actually practiced for quite a while.
Marshy, our hero. All right, so
Marshy's saved our marriage.
Oh,
'cause I
thank
wouldn't
God.
be able to take that much longer.
Whatever God you believe in, thank him, them, their, her, whatever for me.
all right, so Psyche, Midge continues.
Heck.
Gotta get rid of the ooh. As I said, it was becoming a part of
Oh
me.
God, I know, right?
Too long.
You stare into the ooh too long. Does it stare back?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Oh, you betcha. Okay, we're back.
Sorry.
So I know that you've been in my head. You've been making me sign things. You're not getting that past me.
Well, Midge, I have a confession. It truly wasn't to be cruel, but I see potential in you. And I have my suspicions about Hattie and how she treats you. And I've lived a very, very long time, and I see potential wasted.
Oh, Hattie, she's been, my companion for quite a while, and, she's, been my mistress, and,
Yes.
she isn't the old
not
Hattie she
balanced.
used to be. She isn't
It's
the old
not a
Hattie.
balanced power dynamic. It's not
No,
healthy.
it's not, and
No.
would you, let me be your minion instead?
I would gladly, dearie. I'll teach you all sorts of things and you'll have your own powers. You won't have to be subservient.
Oh, Granny. And she's tearing up.
It's okay, dearie. It's okay.
Can she give you a hug?
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Midge gives you a big hug, and now her bond with Hattie is broken.
Now, dear, you sound like you're from a different area of the country. I believe it's the Midwest.
Oh, yeah, that's where I come from. That's where Hattie picked me up,
Tell me all about your dishes and your cuisines, and I'll share my own recipes.
Oh, there's this thing called hot dish, and then they continue.
And they trail off.
Yeah.
She comes up with like a casserole hot dish idea, but like made out of body parts.
And
uses a Cool Whip container for it.
of course. And with that, Hattie arrives. Hattie is still wearing, this time, since it is twilight, she's wearing, a, fascinator, if you're familiar with the term.
Very 30s.
Yeah, can be shaped like a little hat, can be just flowers. I actually wore one in at my wedding. She's wearing a fascinator in her bobbed blonde hair. She still has her way too much self-tanner on. And she walks in wearing a nice dress. It's not quite Victorian, but it fits the dress code enough. And she's, takes a glass of wine, is just kind of wandering around looking at things. She seems to be kind of poking her nose where it doesn't belong a little bit. And she does start to go into the garden. What happens when she goes into the garden?
Hopefully she dies. Sorry, that was... Look, I'm old, tired.
Did you say that in earshot of anyone?
Not out loud, I didn't.
Okay.
So she goes into the garden, and do the sprinklers go off?
Yes.
All right. These sprinklers go off, and you see Hattie begin to melt. Her self-tanner is running down her face. Just running down it, down her arms, down her fingers, and you see beneath it incredibly pale skin.
Oh, I thought so.
Incredibly pale. And you hear like a, oh, what's happening? What is this? And she wipes away and sees, and then she whips around and looks to each one of you, wherever you may be.
Schmoozing. I'm schmoozing.
What is the meaning of this?
I'd like to think that when she whips around, she just sees Beatrice standing there with her parasol, so she's not getting wet.
Yeah.
And she just cocks her head and looks at her, and she's like, "Oh, Hattie, you look a bit wet. Could I offer you a towel and a place to go to dry off?"
Well, you seem to be the only sensible one in this house, yes.
Of course.
BB, darling, please show her where the guest towels are. The nice ones.
And she follows you, BB.
BB would like to lead her first into the house to get a towel, like, well, not into the house, like, itself, but I'm sure there's like a little...
Mudroom?
Yes.
We
I
have
was
a
trying to
mudroom.
think of the word.
Yeah.
So...
If you're doing that, can I ask you a favor? Does she have a phone on her? And if she does, can you get it?
Huh.
She does have a phone on her.
I mean, I could try.
Change out of those wet clothes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, totally. We probably have, like,
Oh, spare
bathrobes or
wardrobes.
something.
Yeah.
Spare wardrobes. Cool.
Anything
totally.
she wants to pick out can be hers, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Beatrice would lead her into the mudroom and essentially just kind of show her around into the little like wardrobes and stuff. And please help yourself. We have fresh towels and dry clothes if you need them.
Oh, thank you so much, dear. The rest of your family seems so off-putting, but you're quite lovely. And she begins picking out some clothes, and she goes, into a private area and, changes out, and then she does toss her wet dress over, and her phone falls out, making it an easy grab. Now, I know there was something about a dollhouse that you were looking to do. What are you trying to do?
So I think after she changes her clothes and everything, she's going to just, would you like to see my doll collection?
Oh, dear. Yeah, of course, dear. Yeah, sure. Nicer than outside, anyway.
It is.
Looks lovely outside.
Quite dry.
Heck with you.
She follows you to the dollhouse.
Sure. So I have her phone. Was there something you wanted me to do with that?
If you can hand it off to me, I will take care of the rest.
Are you outside anywhere for me to just kind of walk by in passing and slip it to you, or?
It's up to you. I can come to you, or if you want to.
Oh, actually, I have an idea. So I think Beatrice would take the wet clothes and go find Joseph.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
Put the phone with the clothing and just say, Joseph, would you take this over and give this to my sweet sister to take care of?
Oh, sure thing. You got it, kiddo. Takes the clothes.
Thank you so much.
Brings them to Technovamp. You have the phone.
I will ask him to just, take care of them. Take the phone, and I'm going to, given my capability here, you can call me out if this is shenanigans. I would like to attach spoof the phone's GPS to our guard dog's collar with like a little chip on it for now, so it looks like, according to the phone, Hattie is still in the party.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be able to do that with your abilities. Like, I won't even necessarily make you roll for that. You're a Technovamp, Yeah, you could do that. All right. And
I will also take the recommendation from what a name, Sacrificial Whipped Cream, of look in her Snapchat camera roll and bring to her phone and see what I can get.
Expose her, cancel her.
You start looking through there, and you discover a few things. One, she takes photos often of her meals. Her meals are often people. She is a vampire as well.
course she is.
I fire off immediately. Actually, you know what? It's so much of an emergency that I make eye contact with Pops, and I'm going to actually use my actual words and be like,
Whoa, really?
"That is a vampire."
Do you like walk over to me and you yell it across the yard?
No. I like make eye contact with you, pull you to a corner, and like, Pops, I have more class than that. Come on now.
I figured. Lord Oberon is going to be a little surprised, but he is used to dealing with party embarrassments. He will look across the garden, make eye contact with Kyle and grandmother, and just give a little nod towards the house. Lord Oberon will turn towards the assembly and basically just say, everyone enjoy yourself. I'm just going to go check on the we have some hors d'oeuvres cooking and I need to go check on them. So enjoy yourselves, enjoy the plants. Please don't touch them, obviously, and I'll be right back with you. And he will make his way into the house.
All right. So do you all follow into the house?
Yeah.
I will not. I will actually stay out so that the guests can be
monitored.
Like, there's visual on one of us, and like
All right.
damage control.
Okay. So
I'll have Mopsy mingle because she's adorable.
I could do the same. I don't think I'm much use inside the house.
Okay, so do we have Granny and?
But if you want me inside the house, like if you give me that, then I'll do it. But I have much more, I think, social skills than I do dealing with other vampire skills.
Yeah, that's fair. Actually, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think between Kyle and I, we got it.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
right,
you guys
cool.
are minding the party, and then Oberon, Granny, you head inside, and you know that this came from Beatrice because Beatrice was the one who took Hattie away. So you know to head towards Beatrice's area.
Yeah.
And Beatrice, what do they find when they get there?
So, I think that she's maybe holding Hattie's hand and just kind of leading her around to look at the dolls and telling her about each and every fabric and where the fabric came from, and just giving her the entire history of like, this fabric was created in this country by this queen and blah 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 blah. And just kind of like being as probably absolutely drab as possible.
Yeah. And Hattie is playing the interested person. Really, she's like trying to check out as much of the house as possible, like looking around you and doing things like that. Now I want to ask, is the point here still to try and turn her into a doll?
It's my point.
Because if so, I think both of you can help Beatrice do this. I just need to know what skills you're applying to this. Shoot.
A few things, actually. For one thing, the house is spotless. It looks like a perfect suburban house. Everything's in order. The outside's just black. Interesting. Also, I'm going behind me and knocking all the doors.
Mm-hmm.
And they are the sort that have the key on both sides, because I am one paranoid person. So
All
she's not getting out of here unless she goes through a window. And the windows are very strong. But, go ahead.
What does horror do?
So, horror is essentially, I would say, the ability to scare people and manipulate in the ways of frightening. I would say that turning someone into a doll would be horrifying, and I also know that there's a transformation skill, which usually applies to yourself in the aristocrat. However, combining the horror with the shape-shifting, and then, let me check your sheet real fast. What are your skills, Beatrice?
Codependence, disarming, fashion, and hunter.
So you've been using your disarming and your fashion here. I would say that you can roll whichever one of those is higher for you. If they're both 2s, but if one's a 3, you can roll your 3. So you're going to roll whichever one's higher, and then you're going to add 1 for both Oberon and Granny. And then you're going to add 1 because you're in the house, and 1 because you're helping to protect the family. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oof.
Okay. Okay. I have 4, so I'm gonna roll 4 first.
All right.
Messed with the wrong family.
Oh, are we gonna talk to her? 'Cause I do have some things to say.
Oh yes,
before
I
she
think
gets turned.
she's gonna be a conscious doll, so you're gonna get to talk to her after she is, if she makes it.
Okay, good,
Yeah.
good.
More horrifying.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a 5 and a 6.
Okay.
Yes, good.
And then another 5.
All right. I would say with 2 5s and a 6, you succeed. She does. Well, here, let me roll. Let me roll for her to see if she's able to fight this off. She is not. She only gets 1 6, but your 2 5s and a 6 beat her 1 6. So she struggles. You hear her going, "What's happening to me? Why am I getting
Smaller?
Why am I getting small? What have you done?" And she shrinks, and she shrinks, and she shrinks until she's about this big, just big enough to fit in your dollhouse, Beatrice. And she looks up at all of you, not really able to move that much, pretty much like only able to like do like little motions like this. And she's like, "I'll get back at you. I will. You'll pay for this." And then, if you have any final words to say to her, and if the others want to come in and say anything to her as well.
Well, grandmother does have seniority, so after you, madam.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Did you forget that when we get older, we get more powerful? This granny facade you fell for, you really thought. Oh, darling. Enjoy your time in there. After you, my son.
I was willing to work with you. I was willing to play along. All I wanted you to do was just leave us alone. I just want to take care of these people, and you could have done anything to me. You could have done anything to me. But you came after my house, and you came after my family. So now you get a house of your own. Enjoy.
And a family of your own.
She creaks a little bit, looking at the other dolls, wondering if they were people too.
And they're just all staring blankly.
Maybe.
Anyone else?
I think that's just the 3 of us in here, so I'll send a text out to Kyle and Tech Vamp. Anything you want to say to our VIP question mark?
Send back one extremely rude emoji. That's it.
I'll just turn my phone around so that Witchy McHeckstick can see it. That's from my daughter. Well, the other one. Kyle?
Kyle doesn't answer.
Of course it doesn't. Teenagers.
Left on red.
This won't be the end of me.
Yes,
I'm
it
gonna
will.
get out of here.
It often is.
And with
How do you
that,
think they all got her there?
Now, I get to go talk to your daughter. And that's when Beatrice pops her umbrella and leaves.
and with that, we have Oops All Draculas. You defeated the head of the HOA. Well done, everybody. We also met our donation goal, which means
Thank you very much, everyone.
we're going to be raising it. I'm not sure what we're going to raise it to yet, but we're going to raise it. We're going to go over to the starting Zoom screen for the next game, Animorphs, so that they can get their cameras ready. All of you, we can't have much of a wrap up because they need the Zoom, but we'll talk in Discord. I love you all. Wonderful job. Thank you, everybody, and we love you. Starlight Children's Foundation thanks you, and please stay tuned for Animorphs. This is Kids on Bikes game, and it's Animorphs inspired, and it's going to be a good time. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Oh, gosh.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thanks for the game.